be a better angle.
What's going on? We are live. We are live. I'm live on Instagram. I'm live on TikTok. We are live on YouTube. I'm streaming on my podcast, On the Mic with Mike. This is Triggered with Instructor Mike and friends. I am your host, Instructor Mike, and we got the friends in the house. We got one guy that's still on his way. You know, I'm assuming Marquise is probably in class right now. We are talking about Kyle Rittenhouse today. Today is going to be a great, great show. If you guys are watching on Instagram, share it. If you guys watching on TikTok, let's get those likes up, y'all. Let's get the likes up. Come on, tonight's going to be a good show because we got some great stuff we're going to talk about today. If you watched the trial, it was very interesting. Kyle Rittenhouse took the stand. Before we get into it, y'all go on ahead and introduce yourselves. Go. I don't care who goes first. Go.
John with Guardian Concepts. I am located in Bourbonnais, Illinois. We are a little bit south of Chicago, about 60 miles or so. We do the Illinois Basic Concealed Carry classes. We also offer that advanced training, which is that real life stuff. Because again, as we like to say, 16 hours is just enough to get you killed. And we emphasize that on every single one of these shows that we do. I got a class going on. I just had class today, and obviously that class will finish up tomorrow. Next class after this will be December 11th and 12th. What the hell?
You got Boost mobile phone issues too?
Next class is December 11th and 12th. That is actually a holiday special class. You can get your CCL for $80. $80.
Make it clap.
Yeah. So other than that, I am good to go. I'll introduce some more stuff throughout the night. KD, Key, whatever y'all want to do.
KD, I am a concealed and carry firearms instructor. I'm located in the south suburbs. My classes are tailor-made for those special need people that have a problem getting off when they have classes available for you guys. I tailor-make my schedule for you all. That's it.
All right.
Yeah, I'm Kiwan, up and coming firearms instructor. Same as Katie. I'm basically tailor making most of my classes around your schedule as well. I'm located in the South Burbs. We might actually be closer to each other than we think. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's basically it.
All right, here we go. Let's go on ahead and dive right into it. Y'all know Instructor Mike, all that great stuff. We'll do all that other great stuff later. Let's get these likes up, y'all. Let's get these likes up. Share it. It takes nothing to share it to Facebook. What's up, William? Share it to Facebook. If you on Instagram, tag some people in this. I want to see some likes. I want to see some engagement in this. Why do I want to see likes and engagement? The reason why I want to see likes and engagement is because if you have not been following the Kyle Rittenhouse trial, you have been missing out. Why is the Kyle Rittenhouse trial more than something that you need to look at and pay attention to? What's going on, Native Girl J21 on TikTok? What's going on? Let's get the likes up because that's how the algorithms and all that stuff catch it. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Smash that like button. What's going on, Sandman? If you want to drop
you got this you got this streaming on your Facebook page too?
Yes. Well, no, I'm blocked on Facebook, boy. I'm blocked. Let me tell you why I'm blocked on Facebook.
Did you say
Because
free cow? They're like, no, no.
yes, look, I got blocked on Facebook because at the time where the defense attorney showed Gross Kreutz pointing the gun at Kyle's head, and then
Yeah.
Kyle shot the bicep right there. When I showed that, I was like, I made a post, and it was something I'll share it on my YouTube page. But I made a post, and that got me blocked. I
They
got
gave you a 30
jailed
day.
for 30 days. I can't go
Wow.
live and advertise for 60. I'm like, what the fuck did I do? That was crazy. So I just can't win. But I'm glad
We've seen worse on there.
yeah, we see way worse, right? You know, type of ass clap. You see, it's stupid as
Hey,
fuck. Look,
He said,
all right.
hey, come on now. Let's be honest. We live in a world where what sells? Sex sells.
Yeah,
yeah.
I
So
guess if
if you had a hot chick on there with a that had a body snatched by Dr. Miami with a
And
little
she was showing a picture of it. It would have
car,
been
and she
different.
had that picture of man, they would have let you go through.
yeah. Yeah, so here we go. Those of you all watching on TikTok, let's get them likes up. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. I love y'all. Thank you for the support. Same thing on Instagram. Body by 0318 on Instagram. Shouts out to Body by 0318. Go like him on Instagram for some realistic training. If you're down there in the Texas area, and he also travels to train. If you want some realistic fuck your feelings because you think you can shoot, but he gonna check your ass. Go on ahead, Body by 0318 on Instagram. Had to plug him. Here we go. Native Girl J21 on Instagram. Thank you for sending a rose. I appreciate that. Let's get into it. First of all, why should you follow the Kyle Rittenhouse trial? And those of you all on TikTok or Instagram, if you want to get into the visuals of this, go to my YouTube page, look up Instructor Mike. You'll see that we're streaming live, so you can watch it. Otherwise, you can still watch it on Instagram or TikTok. Keep the lights going, hit that smash button, all that great stuff, and support the other folks that are here. Here we go. The reason why I think that you need to watch the Kyle Rittenhouse trial is because a lot of you all want to own guns, and a lot of you all do own guns. You spend so much time going to the range and getting training, or if you don't, you should. You should also vary your training, but that's not what today's or tonight's show is about. Tonight's show is about trial. How many of you all have been pressure tested to find out how you would answer these questions? First of all, I'm going to sit here and say, as soon as Kyle Rittenhouse was said that he was going to take the stand, and the defense attorney, the first chair, alluded to this being the possibility, I was hoping that no, you don't take the stand. He took the stand, and within the first, those of you all on TikTok, share the video, please. Within the first, I want to say 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes. I say about 15 minutes into the questioning, when it came down to Rosenbaum, he broke down and cried.
Mm-hmm.
He broke down and cried. Now, you all put your comments because I'm watching on these screens. I'm going to interact with you all, but he broke down and cried. Here's the question that I have, and you all tell me what you think. The defendant does not ever have to take the stand. It is the state's burden to prove the defendant guilty beyond a reasonable doubt.
100%.
And for all intents and purposes, the prosecution was showing all the, or a great percentage of the elements of self-defense, that Kyle was defending himself. Prosecution was doing some dumb stuff. Like, did he have to take the stand? It's just crazy. Did you all watch the trial?
Yeah, I watched it today. It was a little upsetting. I won't lie. I won't say it was because of the trial. It was just like the aftermath of it that was really upsetting me the most. Because you got a bunch of people, and most of the people that shared it to me. Because if you go on my page, you can tell like people are just constantly tagging me in it, and I'm like, well, their biggest thing is, oh, he's acting. I'm like, what class did you sit in where they told you like, okay, he's acting? This is when people get into self defense situations, the first thing they do when they go on stand is not cry, because that's just something that we regularly do as people, is just go out and murder other people. No, that's not. It's not real life. You just had somebody bring up an extremely traumatic experience, and then as you badger them, force them to speak on this extremely traumatic experience once again.
Yeah.
We knew this was going to happen if he went and took the stand.
Lone Bear 00 on TikTok. Thank you for your comment. Appreciate that. He said he didn't have to, but his honor required it of himself. I don't know. Now I agree with no. We're gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to your comments too on Instagram. Keep them coming. You know, I'm curious, and that's the question I forgot. It slipped my mind, but you just reminded me. Did Kyle Rittenhouse testify against the advice of his counsel, or did his counsel advise him to testify? Right. I think that either way, it was bad. And I think that if you look at the way Kyle was looking, the cameras, and I was watching it on YouTube. I got two, phones, multiple phones. So I was watching it on both YouTube, on Court TV, and I was watching it on Law and Crime Network. And I was looking at it where the cameras were focusing on him, because you want to get those reactions where Kyle or any defendant is thinking that the person is not paying attention, so you can get those smirk remarks at different points. Kyle looked great from the perspective of an innocent looking boy who went out there with the intentions to help people, who was armed to protect himself, and couldn't believe that his good intentioned efforts got him punished. And that's how he was looking. Now, Big Daddy Big Daddy 262 on TikTok said, I think his counsel advised him to. Majestic Banders on Instagram said, we all have lost sight that he was 17 or 18 years old. Exactly. Probably would have testified better as a 30-year-old. Big Daddy Frost on Instagram says he was advised and prepared for it. I look at it like this: as we continue to go into the trial, as we got past him crying, when I saw him crying and I saw him barely could breathe, I've watched the trial of Jason Van Dyke, accused and now convicted of killing Laquan McDonald. Those were crocodile fake tears.
Right.
When I seen Kyle Rittenhouse do what he did, and his mom damn near getting ready to break down, then she broke down, I was like, nah, those are real tears, because there's a difference between you doing something under pressure and then finally coming to the realization of what you did when it comes to light.
Yeah, and I mean, that's something like I talk about in our class, okay, whenever we teach the concealed carry. Because at the end of the day, you know what I mean, when we're obviously teaching concealed carry, everyone, obviously, we talk about training. So therefore, we're going out and we should be getting the physical training that we need to get in order to make ourselves proficient. And then we talk about mindset and mental preparedness and all those good things. But then I get to a point, and this is where, you know what I mean, some of my students in all of my classes all actually start to second guess themselves. Because are you truly prepared in your heart and in your soul that you're ready to take a life if need be?
But here's this. That's a wonderful question, but I'm gonna go so far as to say this. Pulling the trigger is nothing. Because it's a physical act.
Yep.
Right? Now, some can't do it because the mind takes over the body, but for the most part, stress and the things that happen to you under stress cause you to react.
Right.
But the question then that comes in where we're looking at this trial, how many people are prepared to explain it? I'm going to go to some of your comments. So please keep the comments going. Let's keep sharing it. Keep the likes up. I'm going to go back and watch it. Okay. Here we go. Or talk about your comments too. Furthermore, when we begin to look at some of the things that the defense attorney, and those of you all who were saying the defense attorney advised him and prepped him for it, I don't know if I can agree with you. And here's the reason why I don't know if I can agree with you. The defense attorney did not have more to question Kyle on than the state did. Because here's the one thing I did not see the defense attorney address, this thing called bad facts. The state, I didn't see the defense attorney address. The state's attorney focused on Kyle not being an EMT. That was one of the central parts of his argument, and kept harping on you lied, you lied, you lied. If the defense attorney knew that Kyle was not an EMT, that's a bad fact that you want to put out there, and you want Kyle to explain his mannerisms. It should not have been the district attorney, and I keep saying state's attorney because where we are in Illinois, we have the state's attorney system. But it should not have been the district attorney who put out the question regarding his EMT and where he went to school and whether or not he was a member of the department. I think that context matters. I'm going to say this again, and I want y'all to hashtag it. Context matters. I'd like for you to hashtag it. I don't want to be all you better, but I'd like for you to hashtag it. Some of you all don't understand that context matters, because had I been on the stand, I would have asked him a question. What do you mean by the word member? Because apparently my definition of the word EMT member and your definition of the word EMT member means two different things. So what do you mean by the word member? Another thing that I was focusing on, that the district attorney kept focusing on, is the use of the word kill. And I do have to say, though I did not want Kyle to take the stand, and I'm going to say this last point and I yield to you all. We're going to go to some deep, intense questioning, because this is not just going to be about Kyle. This is going to be training for all of you all watching. Okay? So here we go. I look at it like this. He kept using the word kill, and Kyle did a great job saying that I didn't intend to kill anyone. I intended to stop the threat, right? And so you kept hearing that throughout his testimony. However, if Kyle would have been taught about context, whenever you take the stand, it's a chess game. You got to think 3 moves ahead of your next move. And so how the district attorney was able to keenly get Kyle to admit things about the word kill was when the district attorney was talking about the progression of steps that it took to get to the point that he was trying to make. He would make certain statements like, okay, so let's go ahead and recap. So you had shot and killed Mr. Rosenbaum, correct? Kyle answered, yes. Okay, you had shot and killed Mr. Huberman, correct? Kyle said yes. And so therein was the trap, where Kyle didn't see that the district attorney kept using the word kill. You got to be careful and listen to the specific words that the district attorneys and that people keep using. Instead of calling it a rifle, he kept using the term AR-15, because AR-15 has a negative connotation amongst gun control advocates. He didn't say rifle, he said AR-15. You know that a rifle can be used to kill, correct? And were you lying in wait? So I'm just saying, yes, JFB on YouTube, he was talking about the different types of bullets and how, not going to go live right now, whoever's asking to go live, but how he was talking about the different types of bullets and how hollow points explode. You can tell that the district attorney has no knowledge other than what he brushed up on as it relates to the use of firearms, rifles. Hell, he even called the malfunctions clearance procedure that Kyle was obviously trying to do. He called it re-racking. You don't rack rifles. You see what I'm
You
saying?
charge them, exactly.
Yeah, you charge them. You said you slap, pull, observe, release, tap, squeeze, all that great stuff. And so you can tell the lack of training that was prevalent amongst the line of questioning and the innocence of Kyle trying to explain it. While I did not like the fact that he took the stand, I still think overall he did a fairly, I wouldn't say it was a great job. I would say it was a good job, but I still think he should not have taken the stand because it could be seen in the eyes of a jury as an evisceration. So we're going to go there. I want to get the comments from the rest of you all. Read your comments here on Instagram and TikTok. Let's get those likes up. And then we'll go on ahead and move on to some other questions where you all can benefit from this. Go.
Go ahead,
Nobody.
No, go ahead.
So y'all want me to keep talking?
So
No,
I
I was trying to get people to join in on the YouTube from the TikTok.
Okay.
I called Mike earlier today and asked him a couple of questions. The questions that I asked was, does Mike, in your personal opinion, do you feel that he did himself harm or damage to his own trial by taking the stance? And how far or how much was it worse as Van Dyke, or does it look like he was prepped a little bit more for the trial than what Van Dyke was?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I could argue that the worst thing that Jason Van Dyke could have done in the Laquan McDonald trial was to take the stand because, yeah, he crucified himself. He did. But in looking at Kyle Rittenhouse, I'm watching some of your comments and I'm going to read this. I'm on TikTok. Let's keep those likes up, you all. I appreciate it. Here we go. Somebody said self-defense all the way. Join in on YouTube and see all the instructors. Yeah, go to YouTube if you want to watch it. Okay, if you want to watch it on TikTok, I appreciate it. If you want to watch it
Mike,
on YouTube,
that's me.
That's you. Oh, shit. Go ahead and go to YouTube. That was something else. You said awful acting by the kid. Okay, Sir Geeky, you're entitled to your opinion. Stay tuned. Here we go. I live here and 24/7. There are polls all over the news stations. It's 80-20. He gets off. Yeah, I think he's going to be found not guilty. And the prosecution looked like they were, don't get me wrong. It could be the case, right? And I could see this as a trial strategy. It could be the case that the defense counsel told Kyle to take the stand so that the district attorney could seem like he's bullying Kyle. But that's a dangerous play to make.
I'll say that's a dangerous game right there.
Yeah, that's
You're gambling.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Let's educate some folks. Here we go. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Those of you all who don't understand the triers of fact in a jury trial, the jury are the triers of fact, which is going to lead us to the next question. Okay. But in a jury trial, the judge is the person that has the duty, aside from the defense counsel, to make sure that the rights of the defendant or the accused is protected. Who did a better job than the judge? Oh my God.
I was really proud of him. I ain't gonna lie.
If protecting the rights of the accused were a person, that judge definitely did it, because it did seem like the prosecutor was picking on Kyle and using his age to bully Kyle into answering certain questions. So I think that the considerable pressure that Kyle was under, he managed it post-cry fairly well.
Well, yeah.
So,
Do you blame the defense attorney?
Do I blame the district attorney or the defense attorney?
The district attorney. Do you blame him
for putting him on?
No, for picking on him.
Well, it wasn't the district. No, do I blame the? Well, no, I don't blame the district attorney, because the district attorney was doing his job. It's his job to prosecute and to cross-examine anyone
Absolutely.
who is laid on the platter to do that. This is typically why in these types of cases, you typically don't take the stand. Now, I'm going to tell you, bow, I have been falsely arrested not once, not twice, but 3 times. The first time I took the stand. Why did I take the stand in my own defense? Because I had my degrees, I had my training, I had been an instructor, I have a lot of experience. So, and I knew very well the situation that took place that day. I analyzed the discovery. I was able to spot the inaccuracies from the police officers because, contrary to popular belief, police officers, there are some great ones, but there are some horrible ones. And you are able to pick apart the problems, right, in these statements. So I was able to do that and try as the prosecutor might, because I'm used to testifying. I'm used to taking the stand. I'm used to being asked questions by the prosecution and the defense. So I know the angles. I know the chess moves. I'm not smart about everything, but I was able to confidently handle that cross-examination because I know what they're trying to do. I know how they're going to twist certain words. I know the certain buzzwords that they keep wanting to have the jury hear. My trial wasn't a jury trial. It was a bench trial, which leads me, I'm going to ask you guys your final thoughts, read some of your questions on here, and we got to go to this next question because I want those of you all watching to pay attention to the facts as it comes out in this trial and ask yourself, reasonable belief, because that's what this is all about. If you've been following the trial, you heard what the district attorney was doing using some of the other people who was with Kyle that day. How many of you all watched the situation with the United States Marine who testified that he was not afraid of the other persons who were out there? I want you all to understand that the rule is not what the Marine thought. It's what Kyle, or a person in his position, what he would have likely thought about that given situation based on the facts and evidence that he knew, also based on the totality of the circumstances from his perspective. A United States Marine in boot camp is put through a lot of pressure testing in boot camp, in the School of Infantry once you come from leave. So they're put through a lot of pressure. Kyle was not subjugated to the same kinds of pressure. So those two types of analyses are not the same and would differentiate. It would deviate from the standard rule that you're looking at it from Kyle's perspective.
Exactly.
Your thoughts? No? Yeah, no thoughts?
No, I'm
thoughts
actually,
on that point.
I'm actually trying to compile mine at the moment.
Okay.
Backtracking real quick. I mean, backtracking something I was gonna say earlier. You know what I mean? For me, I don't blame the district attorney for trying to exploit him. Because essentially, yes, like you said, that's his job.
Right.
District attorney knows that obviously he's still a kid at heart. Yes, he is 18, so by law he is an adult now. But he has next to none in the life experience category. So he's going to exploit the crap out of that to try and get him to slip up and say something stupid that's going to hang him. Because in the end, the prosecution's attorneys hung the prosecution.
For sure.
So now he's doing whatever he can to try and save his ass to try and get the case to a conviction.
Which is insane. How did your key witness went up there and admitted, yeah, he shot me because I pointed a gun at him.
Yes.
Everybody else who you brought up prior to that stated damn near the same thing. Well, what we watched was these people assault him. You should have. My main thing is I understand that it was a high profile case and like it would look bad on them if they didn't somehow, like bring up charge or something. But if you knew Like if you knew the stuff that we know now, like okay, the feds were there and they had drones in the sky. You had footage of this already. You knew that it was there. You knew you practically from what we can tell now, they probably consider it self defense as well. Why did you bring this case? Why didn't you just take a step back and go, you know what? Let's sacrifice these political views here and there. Let's stop trying to save our seats for next year. I don't know how they do it over there. You know how we do it here. We vote ours, and I don't know how they do it over there. But let's stop trying to, let's stop trying to play sides and do what's right in this situation. They know, like we know, that this was clear self-defense. Why bring it and cause all of this
Because
nonsense to
that's
go on?
not the world we live in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Downright, plain and simple, 1,000%. You mean reality check? That is not the world we live in. Because guarantee, if no child charges were brought against him, raise your hand if you think we would have the same issues reoccur.
We're about to
Why?
have the same issues reoccur again.
Well, yeah.
And I agree 1,000%. If he gets off, I mean, CPD already canceled. You know what I mean?
Well,
All the days
even if
off
he-
are over with.
Even if he
on.
goes to jail, they're gonna do it.
Well, no, and that's where I disagreed last time. If you look at the context of this trial versus a trial that's taking place in Wisconsin, just some mile, you in Georgia, you get what I'm talking about. You got the Ahmaud Arbery trial with the McMichael father son duo and the other gentleman. If they get off, which that's another topic for another discussion.
I haven't even paid attention to that.
I can see some potential for rioting because you got the race context. But if you're looking at Kyle Rittenhouse with these three, because you don't have that racial component, you would have to have other factors or other, accelerants, if you will, that would cause this to be a riot situation. So I don't see that if Kyle Rittenhouse gets off, that folks are gonna riot because it's a grave injustice, right?
Let me ask you this.
The major thing is we've seen like a lot of threats on social media of it. It's always from the same groups, the Antifas, have half offshoots of BLM and stuff like that. They're making their threats on the internet. You got the dude who was tossed out of the courtroom earlier today. We're taking pictures of the jurors. Like,
right,
there's elements of it, but for the most part, like we know how they act. So the first thing they're gonna do is they're gonna. It really doesn't matter how this case ends. They're just looking for an excuse. Honestly, in my honest opinion, that's how I see it. From the little small things that I've inserted myself in to see where they're going back and forth at. Yeah. They might still. They're looking for an excuse.
I don't know, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. They probably can still be prepared, but I don't see no one. I don't see that because now I'm watching someone on TikTok, None Your Business, that said, well, I'm a lawyer, leave race out of this. The jury has, because the jury in the Kyle Rittenhouse trial, everybody's all the same race. So there's no racial component in this. But I'm using that argument to talk about what has previously happened in other situations because the Jacob Blake riots was on the basis of race.
Basically.
And so that was the powder keg that caused the Kyle Rittenhouse situation to happen. And from those riots came what we now have, which is the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. I think that you said, Michael, just trying to stir crowd. I don't know what that means.
So let me ask you this question.
Go ahead.
Going back to what John said, I believe it was, saying that he was the defense attorney is pretty much playing on the fact that he's still a kid.
Defense or the district attorney?
The district attorney.
District attorney.
The district attorney was playing on the facts that he's still a kid. So playing devil's advocate, can one then say, hey, you playing on the fact that he's a kid? Being a kid, he shouldn't have been up there in that situation in the first place.
That's what some people are saying.
That's what the vast majority of people are screaming.
So I think the district attorney, what he's trying to do is show the levels that he's not at, to show that he's a kid, that he's not capable of that type of scenario or area, that he shouldn't have inserted himself into that type of thing. So therefore now, if you were grown enough to go up there and involve yourself into stopping people from looting, stealing, rioting, whatever they were doing,
He
then
wasn't
you
doing
grown
that.
enough to sit on trial and take these licks as I'm gonna give it to you, because I'm gonna treat you like you're a grown man that you
Now he
put yourself
wasn't going
into
up there to go stop rioters and stop looting and stuff like that. That's
okay.
already coming up. That's already came up in the trial. We've seen that online back and forth. That wasn't a thing.
Okay.
You can't keep pushing that.
What was
So
his purpose?
let me introduce something, and then I'm going to go back to that question too, because
Okay.
when you said what you said, you triggered something that I needed to remember. The reason why I feel he should not have taken the stand is because you don't know where the prosecution is going to go. One of the things that Kyle admitted to was that he was driving a car and did not have a license. So when he was driving a car and did not have a license, you now open up the argument of recklessness. Because if you're driving a car and you don't have a license, you're carrying a rifle and you don't have a license, you're going and lying to people telling you you're an EMT and you don't have a license. The defense, the prosecutor, I keep want to say state's attorney because that's where we at. But the district attorney would have never been able to introduce that in questioning and in arguments had it never been brought into evidence. And up until that time, the fact of his driver's license was never an issue of evidence. So if he was to introduce it, it would clearly be objected to by the defense as introducing facts not in evidence at this time. But whenever you put the defendant on the stand, you see what I'm saying? You don't know which way the prosecution is going to go. And so that's, those are those little details. And I get your comments, all of you all. Somebody said irrelevant. If you've never been in a trial, you don't understand what juries. And that's the next question we're going to go to, because I think this is a wonderful question. Is reasonable belief subjective? Why do I say that? Let's look at Illinois law, which is a mirror of other states' law. Chapter 720, Illinois Compiled Statutes, Act 5, Section 7-1. For those of you who need a reference, that's in one's personal defense, a person is justified in the use of force against another when and to the extent that he reasonably believes that such conduct is necessary to defend himself or another against such other's imminent use of unlawful force. However, he is justified in the use of force which is intended or likely to cause death or great bodily harm only when he reasonably believes that such force is necessary to prevent the commission of death or great bodily harm to himself or another, or to prevent the commission of a forcible felony. That is the statute verbatim. Let's break that down. You have three elements in this. You have reason, right, and reasonable. Reason. We all got a reason to F somebody up. Then you got right. What determines your rights to be able to do this is the law. Then you've got the reasonableness of it, which is the subjective standard of people who are able to relate to a defendant's version of the events and actually put themselves in the mindset of the defendant, in the mindset of the facts and circumstances and training and experience that he knew at the time that he made such action. And so the question then becomes reasonableness. Is it subjective? And can you introduce a subjective standard? And I'll break it down even more elementary. Don't nobody get offended. I'm just go ahead and say what it is. But John may have similar or different experiences than I. Marquise in the motherfucking house. What's up, man?
Yo, hey, real quick.
Yes.
Let me go set some more stuff up real quick. Let me grab my water.
Got
I'll be
it.
right back.
Got it. All right, cool. Marquise is coming in. P6 firearms training. Here we go. Let's get back to it. Right? We're talking about reasonableness. Majestic Banders on Instagram said, need to be able to articulate specific articulable facts in the context of the totality of circumstances known at the time by the person. And Majestic Banders, thank you for that. I will go so far to also say this, okay? You also need to be able to relay that to the jury. You got to be able to do that, right? Johnny Cochran said it best. Evidence does not win the day. Juries like stories. Our job as the prosecution or as the defense is to tell the story better than the other side tells theirs. And what I'm saying is this. If you're not able to tell that story that's relatable to the defendant, that's relatable from the perspective of the defendant to the jury, it's gonna be a hard sell. Right now, prior to Kyle Rittenhouse testifying, you've got it where Kyle looks rather innocent. He's had fire extinguishers going out to who? Now, I've been watching some of your comments on TikTok, and I've been watching some of the comments on Instagram too. You got a bunch of folks that's in here saying Kyle Rittenhouse should have never been there. That's not what's at debate. It's he was there, and in him being there, what did he do, and was it reasonable? Not whether or not you think he should have been there. I love it when Kyle said that, when the district attorney said you had no right to be there, Kyle fired back and said, I have just as a right to be there like anybody else.
Exactly.
There's nothing or no one to say I had no right to be there.
Okay, so let me ask this question.
Go.
Devil's advocate again. What
Please
we just got to talking about.
Yes.
You said he didn't have a driver's license, correct? So driving without a driver's license is unlawful. He had a
Who said
firearm.
he drove?
That was in a trial. I know you missed it. That was in a trial today. He took the stand and he admitted when questioned by the district attorney about his prior history of driving without a license.
Right, but the thing is, after the incident, he got drove back to Illinois.
But that is true.
Yes, it's under question because he admitted on the stand that he was driving.
The elements that
Now,
are implemented.
the issues that, okay, and this is where the prosecution didn't exploit it like they should have. He admitted, obviously, he was driving without a license.
Right.
Obviously, hold on. He was referencing about obviously he was his EMT training and everything else. Well, you don't have an EMT license. So you're referencing all these things where essentially you shouldn't be doing. And now you are 17 walking around in the middle of a riot with a loaded firearm.
This unlawful.
You know what I mean?
But hold on.
I'm just telling you what happened.
Yeah.
The prosecution had the ability to exploit it.
Yes.
And missed it.
Because, did they miss it?
Well, could they not articulate it the rest of the way?
Well, here we go. You got to be careful when we say they missed the opportunity because they actually didn't. They are going to make that an argument. You cannot make arguments in questions because that's an objectable reason to state that you are, objection, calls for a conclusion, objection, argumentative. You have to ask questions and then fashion those questions that allude to certain things and try to hope that you don't get an objection. Oh, but the district attorney definitely exploited that because he boxed Kyle into a trap where Kyle had no other choice but to answer. He drove without a license, right? And so now when it comes down to arguments, he's able to argue he lied about his EMT doesn't have a license, carried a rifle, didn't have a license, and under his own admission, under direct cross-examination, he stated that he drives a car without a license. And so we would never know about this license issue had the defense attorney not laid him out on the table to be eviscerated by the prosecution.
He shouldn't have been the first person on the stand for the defense, in my personal opinion.
No, he wasn't the first on the stand. He wasn't the first.
No, he's saying for the defense.
Called. He wasn't
for the defense.
First.
Who's the
No,
first
for
for
the defense? He wasn't the first one called. He wasn't the first one. There was a few others that were called before Kyle was called to the stand. But here's another point where this is what the prosecution did messing up. And this was, I love the judge for admonishing the prosecution when the prosecution tried to use the fact that Kyle now took the stand after everyone else talked and made testimony, and you saw all that video. First of all, Kyle could not control when it was his turn to speak.
Exactly.
And he has a right to be present. This is a Sixth Amendment right to confront your accusers. So he had a right to be there to watch all of this.
But did you see how the judge put him on point?
Yes.
You know what? That's a judge I will buy a drink for.
Man.
Because you know what? In my personal opinion, that judge was 2 seconds from a military snap. What y'all don't know what the military snap is when something happens and your superior sees it and it's real quick. It's hey,
like
you are
I
fucking
just sat there and told you not to doggone do that. You're gonna freaking stand me. I sat there and told you. I allowed it the first time, and he was like, when
he dug into that prosecution's chest and said, hey, wait a minute now, you are borderline, and I'm warning you, this is your only warning. You are borderline. Don't make me have to tell you this again. Like it was the mama, the kids laughing in church.
Yeah.
And the mama turned around like,
yeah.
You want to see me?
Yeah.
You know what? And I
gotta
give him props.
Thank you.
But
that's
why
why
like this though. That prosecutor yesterday, and I might have missed it. Y'all might have talked about it already, so I apologize. That prosecutor yesterday.
Yeah.
If that shit does not speak volumes, when they put that dude on and he said the words, hey, when that gun, he did not point his gun at you until you pointed your gun at him. Right?
Hold on.
And he was like,
oh God.
Yeah, that's true. The prosecution was like, shit. Bruh. You know what? And it pisses me off that there is a day 7. Because in my mind,
that should have been it.
Dude, if that wasn't Jordan at the buzzer, we down by 2, and he hit the 3-pointer, tongue out, fade away, and I don't understand why the fuck we still talking about it.
Here's another thing
because it's other elements that they're going to try to bring out. In my opinion, that is going to say that when Jordan was at the buzzer at that 3-point line, his toe was on top of the key. I'm telling you right now, just wait for this. See, back in the 90s we didn't have an instant replay. Everything's instant replay. They're going to tell you we going to the instant replay. It's going to decide the game. His toe. Just the part of his toe was on the line.
And Mike hit me up and he was like, man, you see him break down? I was like, dude, I'm in a conference call, and I was on a conference call that lasted for 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
I was heated because I'm paused. So I was muting the conference call and turning on YouTube, muting the conference call, going to YouTube, and I'm looking at it. And when he broke down the emotion of him reliving that moment.
Yes.
It's something that I said I don't know if I said it to you guys or not. I've told people that to relive a life and death situation is different than someone who was in a fight. Someone who's in a fight will tell you play by play. Yo, man, that motherfucker stepped up, dude, and we like woo wop the bam. And then I came over, I gave him that right, and I gave him that left. I was done. But someone trying to rethink a life or death situation.
Exactly.
Those people don't talk about that shit. And again, I'm not speaking for nobody. I'm going by fucking facts. As a person who's been in a number of life and death situations, you know how much I talk about them? Zero.
It's the age-old question when people find out that you're officer. Have you ever shot somebody?
I don't even ask the question.
Dude, matter of fact, show of hands, my military folks or law enforcement. Have you ever had that one family member, maybe multiple, who said the word, hey man, how many people did you shoot? Exactly. And I'm like, you insensitive motherfuckers. But we can't say that.
You celebrate.
We can't say it to our family.
Because
we gotta say what? That's an inappropriate question.
Man,
yeah.
We ain't gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about that. But see, a lot of people don't understand that. That's why when I got out, my FTO actually told me. He said when it first happened, he told me, "Give me your phone, and I'll see you in 3 days." I'm like,
exactly.
Being green, you don't understand it, but now being a little different colors, I truly understand it because of that situation, and I'll leave it at that. If you was there, you know about it. But that's what it is.
And you see him, you saw him. This dude almost hyperventilated.
Yeah, he did,
and passed the hell out.
I felt
trying to react.
But he was acting.
A traumatic event.
Yeah, I felt for him.
And I'm like,
I really did,
dude. You're talking about a 17-year-old kid who has to live that night all over again.
But see, be careful with that 17-year-old kid, because now that right there may be something that they're going to keep on pulling and tugging at to try to exploit again.
They can pull and tug.
17-year-old kid in a grown.
They can pull and tug all they want to, but I'm gonna tell you like this, KD. I signed up for the Marine Corps at 17 years old with my mother's permission.
Okay.
So I'm gonna tell you like this. Yep. Age ain't nothing but a number.
Yeah.
R. Kelly ain't nothing but a thing. I'm just kidding.
Hey,
we finna get blocked. We all finna get blocked.
We all about to get blocked.
Yeah.
So when you look at that one factor, and I'm serious about that. When you look at that one factor, they tried. Okay, so you killed them. Nope, I used deadly force to stop the threat, and your intent was to kill him. I used deadly force to stop the threat. Well, you also killed him in the process. When you shot him 4 times, your intent was to kill him. My intent was to use force to stop the threat.
But Marquise, let me interject, because I'm glad you said that. That was his response. That was perfect. But here's where he did not see what the district attorney did with the words that he said that made those statements about what he said look a little different. When he got back into his testimony and he was recapping on, how you're trying to get from one order of events to the next, and he said, well, you shot Mr. Rosenbaum 4 times and you killed him, correct? Guess what Kyle said? Yes.
Yes.
Then you shot Mr. Huber a couple of times and you killed him. Yes. Yes. That's where people don't understand that when you are on the stand, and I've been on the stand plenty of times, both prosecution and defense, people don't understand that being on the stand and being examined is different from being cross-examined.
Mm-hmm.
Being examined, 9 times out of 10, you were prepped. You can't prep somebody from being cross-examined. That's when your education, training, and experience kicks in as a person who thinks and is a chess player. You got to think 3 steps or 3 moves ahead of the questions. You have to, and I say this all the time, you have to understand that behind every question is a motive. Why are you asking this question? What are you trying to get to? You're asking this for a reason.
Bait them into a conversation.
Yes. So what happened was when he did a wonderful job against the district attorney talking about kill, no, I shot to stop the deadly threat. I don't know if he died. That's the same thing I tell people to talk about because kill is an absolute.
Exactly.
Stopping the deadly threat is an absolute. But shooting doesn't mean that while I did absolutely shot you, that you will absolutely die. There have been people who have been shot in the place where they should have died, and they did not. There have been people who have been shot in places where they should not have died, and they did.
Yep.
So because death is ambiguous, death is really ambiguous. So because death is ambiguous, you have to provide context to that. I'll give you another point, and then I yield. When the prosecutor or the district attorney was talking about you don't use a rifle to protect property, and Kyle answered, yes, that's correct. You don't use a rifle to protect property. He was actually wrong because context matters. What is in the property that while on the surface or on the outside it looks like property, but therein could contain persons known or unknown to you, hence the charge of aggravated arson. When you set fire to a nursing home establishment,
right?
It could be totally empty, but it's the implication that people could be in there is an aggravated element of the simple charge of arson. So if you are standing guard outside with a rifle and you are guarding a nursing home that could have been evacuated, you don't know if it was totally evacuated. So if somebody comes off with a Molotov cocktail and you pop them, pop. Is it an affirmative defense that though on the exterior it looks like property, that there could have been someone inside? Let's go off of that. Let's look at a dumpster. Yes, a dumpster is a dumpster. But in the situation of the riot, could it have been a person inside of that dumpster hiding from the rioters who were seeking to destroy property? Yes.
Or where were they taking that dumpster during that riot that was on? I get where you're coming from.
You see what I'm saying? Or could there have been a person who was raped and thrown in that dumpster, hurt and thrown in that dumpster? There's a lot of context that takes the absolute out of that question that makes that yes, it depends. And so what gives you understanding about context, as John has eloquently stated before? Experience gives you the understanding about context.
Pause on that. Are you in Facebook jail?
Yes.
He's staying there.
Okay, so now I got to do it the other way.
Yeah, you trying to share it.
You got to share it via YouTube. You got to share the YouTube link.
Oh, okay, hold on. Let me see this. I thought I could do it. I had the laptop up for no reason.
Well, here, what you could do is share the YouTube.
Okay.
So
Right, you got to share the YouTube directly.
And you
I'm about to do it now.
You can copy the link and then paste it into a post.
Okay.
I guess the next question gonna be, when aren't you in Facebook jail?
No, that's not true. That is true. I hope that's not the case, but here we go. Somebody on TikTok, and I'm gonna go there. Here we go. Juggernaut. I hope I'm saying it right. Sorry. He never said he used his gun to protect property. He said it was for self-protection the entire time. Yes, he did say that, but I'm talking about what the district attorney asked him in terms of you don't use a rifle or a pistol to protect property. Kyle said, yes, this is true. You don't use a pistol or a rifle to protect property. But that answer is not absolutely true. That
prosecution was looking for a spin.
Yeah, that answer is not true. You could use that rifle to protect property if on the inside of the property there are human lives and you know there to be human lives on the inside, you are protecting the people inside where the exterior is property. So there is what it looks to be on its face, and then there is what is known to the defendant at the time of that situation. You see what I'm saying? And so that's why I'm talking about, huh?
You can even go past that, Mike. So yeah, obviously Kyle had a rifle.
Sure.
But then someone considered say, okay, you don't use a baseball bat to protect property. Well, yes, you can.
Yes, you're right.
If that's all you have available for the moment.
That's another thing.
The tool does not matter in self-defense.
I love it when y'all say shit because it triggers more things that I remember about the trial. So the district attorney kept saying that yeah, it cut off. Yeah, I don't care about hell yeah.
Where's mine at?
You drinking apple juice. That's
what can't we show on here?
that ain't no apple juice. Look, we not on Facebook no more right now, so we good.
Hey,
we okay.
I'm just making sure. I already told everybody. It's the Marine Corps birthday.
Happy birthday, Marines.
Happy birthday,
Thank you, sir.
Simplify. I had the tavern where it all began.
I had this bullshit protein shake. I'm drinking water and I'm having alcohol. So I'm making sure
that's a hell of a
we are
combination.
good and I'm okay. I'm not fucking.
Okay, so hold up. So you're drinking you drank a protein shake and now you put alcohol with it.
That he different. I'm telling you, this man is wild. He is the wildest person I know.
Dude, I'm sorry.
I thought we got rid of rock gut when we left the military.
Hey, bro, alcohol would cure all things.
I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that. But
Jesus turned water into wine.
The fact of a protein shake with some bourbon.
Hey, in other words, shit happens, but not for real.
Happen to you.
It takes time.
Something gonna happen. Something gonna happen.
When are you getting this bag, Keith?
Getting who?
This bag.
Here you go.
Don't show that. Don't do that. Don't because
hey, put that away. Put that away, dude.
Yeah, don't do that.
That's wrong, but not the alcohol. All right.
No. Alcohol
you
is
got a
good.
bag, bro. You got a bag. You got a
No.
I can put it in whatever kind of bag you want.
Right. That's it. Here we go. But let's get back to it. See, I made me lose my thought. I love it. But happy birthday, Marines. Simplify. Hey, you're America's 911 force. It is what it is. Now I got to be careful because I'm on TikTok. Last time I talked about the military, I got banned on TikTok. So you got to be careful. Hey, I ain't saying we're gonna leave it. Let's keep going. Keep going. I know. Keep going. Here we go. There's another point. I know what I was gonna say, but fuck that. Y'all missed something else that was important to us firearms instructors. Do you hear this motherfucking district attorney? Get the likes up on TikTok.
I'll say what we were talking about before, Mike, was
don't fuck it up because I'm about to say some I'm about to say it because you're gonna like this shit and you're gonna be upset. You can tell the district attorney don't know shit about guns.
We already know that one.
Yeah, the district attorney sits here and says, now I could use this because this is a training pistol. So we know that Grosskreutz had the gun like this pointed at Kyle Rittenhouse, right? So the district attorney argues that a person isn't gonna shoot you like this, that they would shoot you like this, and this is an aiming position, but this isn't. I fucking shit it. I lost it. I said, and it's like Kyle did a good job saying, no, he can still shoot you like this.
So we can't say that he didn't know what he was talking about. He could have been playing on the ignorance in the crowd. I mean, the ignorance of the jury. Because remember, prior when they pulled everybody out, they were asking the stupidest reasons, like, okay, are you a gun nut at all? Do you have this? Do you have this card? Do you have that insurance? So
that dude is genuinely a fucking moron.
Yeah.
Okay, I can agree. Okay, I can agree.
Well, hold on.
The prosecution.
Robert Longoria says that's the hood angle. Robert Longoria, I'm going to have to disagree. Anybody who has ever been in a real situation or has even come close to where your training was real, you don't understand that there is a difference between you NRA. I'm gonna go there. I don't care. There's a difference between you NRA, USCCA.
Hold on, don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go there.
No, hang tight.
Don't go there. Let's keep it simple.
Hang tight. No, Marquise.
Let's keep it simple.
Because we are keeping it simple. Just hang tight. Because what I'm saying is this. Every time we say the basic course is not enough, that's where I'm going with it.
Understood.
I'm not saying that the NRA or the USCCA course, basic, concealed carry course isn't good. But if that's all you got, you don't understand the context of what I'm about to say.
Right.
When Marquise teaches his advanced courses, they may not be whatever, you see what I'm saying? Whatever certification
KD, switch back up. I don't want to be up here.
he teaches that from his.
I don't know how to do this.
You see what I'm saying? Don't say these are my words. These are not his. When John teaches his course, he teaches
my curriculum.
That's his curriculum.
I made my curriculum.
You see what I'm saying? And what I'm saying is this: if all you understand is you go on the range and you do this, then you don't understand that in a gunfight you are
all types of skill
with the gun, which means wherever I can get that shot, that's where I'm gonna place it. If I grab you when you're trying to shoot me and I'm able to pop, drop, that's where I place it.
So that's another thing I talk about within my classes too. Because again,
and then we're gonna let Marquise
nothing about a defensive situation is fun or comfortable. Okay, so get comfortable being uncomfortable.
100%.
You know what I mean? When you're training, get comfortable being uncomfortable, because there's gonna come a time where you got to do some off the wall shit where maybe you got to shoot in the hip. You know what I mean? You're out of the holster at the number 2 position. Now you're firing.
Right.
But hey, that's advanced training that a lot of people don't want to talk about, because we got our 16-hour course and I'm good to go.
That's advanced training.
I'm a shooter.
Want to do.
I'm
I
a
got
shooter.
my card. I can shoot a piece of paper. I'm good.
I'm a shooter.
This is what I was going to say to keep it simple.
Yeah.
Guess what your first shot is drawn from appendix?
Sideways.
It's a sideways shot.
Sideways.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Keep it simple. If I'm going, I carry appendix.
Same.
So my first shot when I come up is what people will call the hood shot.
The hood shot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to sit, because again, for those of you who do advanced training, one of the things we teach is a thing called economy of motion. We're not wasting extra steps drawing this gun. That's why if you ever want to see something funny, go to the gun range and see all the professional people who don't know shit.
USPSA.
A professional shit show. No, you can say what you want by USPSA, but guess what? A trained USPSA shooter will fuck you up.
That's like 7 dudes,
bro.
In the
I don't
world.
give no fuck. It don't matter if it's 7 or 1. I'm not fun. Don't group USPSA shooters as all one fucking monolith.
Because you be with them.
That's like you saying instructors are a monolith. No. We all ain't the same. Right. Don't get it twisted, boo-boo. But I'm going to keep it real. When you have the person who draws from the holster and they do the bowling, or they do the
Charlie's Angel.
Yeah.
Those are the people who don't understand angles and economy of motion. When we teach drawing from when some of us teach drawing from the holster, we teach that I teach 3 steps drawn from the holster, and each step is a firing position. So I'm here, firing positions. We ready to go? Let's fucking do it. I'm not wasting time with extra motions,
right,
to sit here and get the gun out. So guess what? The uneducated person, that's cross-examining Kyle is proof of the problem that we have in fucking America, that people who don't know shit about guns are in law-making, law-abiding, and law-destroying fucking occupations.
And
Let me
even
ask
law
you a question.
enforcing too.
Let me ask you a question. Could that be a ploy by them to see how much he knows, how far he's going to go with it, to show
No.
that he shouldn't been in the situation in the first place?
I'm gonna tell you why no. Because one of the questions that came up, which is total bullshit, was, well, he said that you re-racked the rifle. Bitch, please. Nobody re-racking. If you know anything about an AR-15,
You're not about to say re-racking.
Popping. There is no re-racking this bitch except for when? A stoppage.
But do we call it re-rack though?
We
Recharge.
definitely don't call it re-racking.
That's why I said. That's why
I said.
I mean, about to say John definitely said earlier, dude's a
That dude
dumbass.
is
So I mean,
freaking
I couldn't even play devil's advocate. He
But-
right.
But
But
think
here's
about
the
it.
thing, though.
But think about it.
Would
If he's
you
using
want-
those terms, if he's using those terms, could it be that he's baiting him into a conversation of
hell no.
he
I'm
should
gonna
have
say
been?
no.
Your
I'ma say no,
experience
I'ma tell
don't
you
let
why.
you do that shit. Go.
Exactly.
I'm gonna tell
Exactly.
you why I say no. On a case involving a firearm, would I want a firearm expert as my prosecutor?
No.
If you're the defendant, you wouldn't want a firearms expert as your prosecutor.
But think about it this way: a firearm expert will look at this case and say, "What if they're a prosecutor?"
There's no evidence.
It's a what? Clear case of
Right.
self-defense.
Right.
And they would have let him walk.
Right.
So again, in my opinion, if a Pro 2A prosecutor was trying this case, the only thing that will be being tried is underage with a fucking rifle.
Yeah.
Right.
For sure.
That would have been it. Because any Pro 2A person would have saw self-defense with no opposite choice but to do what they had to do.
And then
Okay, so let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
No, he's innocent for sure.
What,
we're not arguing that.
Yeah.
With the drone footage that they showed today, the
Stop
drone
it.
footage that
FBI,
stop.
FBI is
Don't
not
you
your
do
friend.
this.
hey, I
FBI
got
is
to.
not your friend.
I got to.
Don't do this.
The reason why I have to is because even though we may have us five on the screen may have a same opinion, it's a lot of people watching that can't say what I'm about to say.
Oh,
There's
shit,
a lot of
boy.
people that feel the same way, and
Yeah.
if no one speaks up for it, they go be like, "Hey, they one-sided." So with the drone footage that they showed today, when they showed what's his name, what's the first guy name to get shot?
Rosenbaum.
The
Rosenbaum.
pedo dude, the pedo, the serial
Right.
pedo dude.
When they showed him chasing him, running up to him, is it safe to say, or ask the question, what threat did he pose to Kyle that made him feel like his life was in danger?
Right. Based on what, though? You're talking about drone footage. Let me tell you what drone footage is good for. Highlight reels.
Oh, I was about to say porn.
No, highlight reels. Because you talk about the flare, the night vision shit, right? Dude, that's highlight reels. You know what we used to call that shit in the military?
Was the
Hey, you got the predator feed? And you know why it was called a predator feed?
yeah.
Because you look
Remember
like
what
Alien
Predator
versus
looked
Predator.
like when he saw the three visions and shit?
Yeah.
That's why we call it a predator feed. For you to try, for the prosecution or anybody to try to use that shit in the case about, hey, this little dot right here, that's Kyle. And this
Yes,
little
I
dot
see
right
They
that.
was
here,
trying, bro. They was
Yeah,
trying. They
yeah.
tried so hard.
like that's literally, you know what that was the equivalent of? Remember back in the day when porn was done with those little night vision goggles? And
No.
it was like you're looking at a raccoon
Yeah.
while they was doing something sexual.
Yeah.
I'm not that
That's
old.
how stupid that shit looked to me. I'm like, yeah, so this little blip right here, that's Mr. Rittenhouse, right?
Hey, but
He said infrared.
they did have some clear video when they was at, I guess that I don't know if that was a gas station
I don't
or
think-
what that was.
I don't think Marquise saw the. Did you see the new drone footage that showed Rosenbaum?
Bro, they got some
So there-
footage.
Y'all talking about the FBI footage, right?
Yeah,
I
there's
think
a-
it may be the FBI. It was some clear footage that was facing It was off to the side, facing, I guess, the gas station or
Let
whatever
me
that
try to
was,
find it.
where he ran across the parking lot.
Yeah.
Rosenbach ran, and Kyle was running, and he turned around
Matter of
before he
fact,
shot the 4 times.
let me play it. See, I kind of don't want to because every time I do it, I get a
Hey
copyright.
man, hey, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm pretty sure everybody got YouTube.
Don't
Look it up.
sacrifice yourself.
They got a smartphone. They can go ahead and go because you're gonna be banned off for everything. Next week gonna be outside with a chalkboard and
With
a
a
marker
webcam.
Okay, here we go.
trying to do this. No,
So let's provide some context. Edwin Harger, thank you. Hope I'm saying that right. Harger from Instagram says new drone footage was private footage, not FBI. So the FBI footage was the infrared.
Right.
Private footage, the private drone footage was amazing because you actually see Rosenbaum chasing Rittenhouse. And when Rosenbaum tried to get in between the cars to try to grab, Kyle did a Kyle. He turned around, pop, and then disengaged. And then you see Mr.
No, he shot 4.
Yeah, huh?
Just 4.
Hey, it looked like one shot, but it was 4 in rapid succession and shot him as he was going,
Hey, Keith, he been in your class, man?
Hold on, instructors. Can you guys explain how he didn't almost know that he shot 4 times?
He shot
I can't remember the name.
It begins with A, rhymes with adrenaline.
Yeah.
Adrian.
Adrenaline
drugs. It's drugs.
Chemical
Matter of fact, hold on.
Some people
John,
call it tunnel vision.
John, give it to me. What's it called?
Chemical cocktail dump.
Exactly.
By chemical cocktail dump.
Endorphins, dopamine, serotonin, all dump in your brain all at once.
Right. Is that the sensory nervous system dump?
Yes.
We got so many words for it. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, same auditory exclusion,
exactly.
Ocular exclusion,
tunnel vision sets in. You get hyper focused.
Yeah.
Next, performance degradation comes into play, where you revert back to your lowest level of training that you've ever done. And then you get auditory exclusion.
Yes, where you're not operating in the prefrontal cortex, you're operating in the limbic, right? The amygdala.
Yes.
I might have said the amygdala and limbic, but I know it's your primary brain, the amygdala.
The lizard brain. Ask Dexter what it's about.
Why do you think that there's the height marks at gas station doors for when gas stations have been robbed?
Right.
So that way people can mentally reference later on when they're trying to piece together what the hell the suspect looked like. How tall was the suspect?
You know what, real talk though? I remember years ago someone asking me about that. I'm talking about centuries ago. And I pointed out, I'm like, yo, there's a Simpsons episode where Marge Simpson put cough syrup in her pocket and forgot because she wasn't holding a buggy. And Abu was like, can you step back 3 or 4 steps, please? And she stepped back so he could get the proper height of the hair so he could do it. I was like, go watch the Simpsons episode to understand why those lines exist.
Yeah.
That shit is real. So they can figure out the height of the person as they're running out the door, and the camera is actually perfectly angled so you can see the height of the person as they're running out.
Yeah.
So, again, that's why we have 48 hours to make a statement.
Well, law enforcement gets 72 though. So,
well, yes, law enforcement.
Unless you're,
our everyday audience that we have.
Yeah,
which are civilians.
I'm just jealous.
48 hours.
I'm just jealous because why the hell do trained professionals get more time than we do?
Unless you get the Garrity statement, Garrity versus New Jersey, where you're being compelled to give the testimony about what happened and you then become immune from trial because your testimony can't be forced or compelled under the Fifth Amendment. Don't ask me how I know that. Internal affairs. Just saying. Same shit.
Sorry, OJ. Mike.
Yeah, that's a Garrity versus New Jersey decision. Yeah. So I'm saying all that to say this, you all. And one, I appreciate you all watching on TikTok, YouTube. Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, all that great stuff. Get all of our information so you can go on ahead and attend the classes, all that great stuff. This has been a continuous, a great conversation. And we are having this conversation because you need to understand that when you press the trigger and you do what you have to do to stop the deadly threat, it is important that you watch the Kyle Rittenhouse trial, because many of you all, thank goodness, you carry guns, but you only pull it out and put it up in your dresser drawer or safe or some other place in a safe area where you're supposed to, and you will never use your firearm. That's the Pareto principle, right? But 20% of you may actually use that firearm. How many of you will be successful? And if you are successful, you can still do everything right and still get falsely arrested, or you could do something that appears to be suspect and then get arrested. How are you going to handle the constant questioning? Hell, we're not even talking about a trial. How will you handle the questioning in the doggone interrogation room?
I'll even throw one further for you. The majority of the people, you know what I mean, that I know that have been here that are not getting advanced training, have literally probably had more fuzzies, hairs, and skin cells through their firearm than they have had bullets.
Yep.
Dude.
Facts.
How your gun got more DNA than bullets? That's nasty, dude.
Facts.
I have physically, when I was working at Asgard Arms in Crete, I had physically cleaned a gun where literally after pulling it out of the sonic cleaner, the sludge that was floating on top, I actually almost puked all over the place. That literally the gun had more skin cells in it than it did gunpowder residue.
That's because
That's wild.
again, they
That's
only
nasty.
require you to get 16 hours. A
That's
barber
all
has
I
to.
need. I'm good to go.
A barber takes 15 hours to cut your hair. A cosmetologist takes over 2,500 hours to do your hair. An esthetician takes a ton of hours in order to put some black stuff on your face and rip it off real hard.
Yeah.
Or wax your snatch or anything else.
And now,
but you get 16 hours.
Now, how many hours does it take to train a combat vet?
I don't know. I wasn't a combat vet.
But
You can't put a definitive
I was
answer
about
on
to
that.
say,
we ain't got no
There is
numbers.
no definitive answer.
Yeah, we ain't got no numbers.
There are no definitive answer.
because it's not a destination, it's a journey. You just keep on train. You train
So
till you
again,
die.
that's my point. It's a journey. So Illinois says 16 hours, and you're good to go.
Hey, but let's think about it.
Hold on. Here we
Let's
go.
think-
Here we go. I gotta. There's a comment. Sorry, I had to bust through. It's Roberts San Diego said, if you choose to carry, get training, lots of it. Don't be Kyle. That's the dumbest statement I ever fucking heard on the goddamn planet. You
Kyle
definitely
is
want to be goddamn Kyle. Anybody on this panel right now, if Kyle could kick a door with you or go to war with you, raise your motherfucking hand. Bow.
And
Hey,
college
look,
training,
that kid has shown more restraint than adults that I know. Adults that I know.
training.
A true story.
Kyle gave you a list of his training attributes.
But
He was a police explorer. He is a lifeguard. He does. He's a stop the bleed fucking student.
And I'm not even that.
AED, CPR, and like I said, he was still. Hell, Grays Lake gave him a fucking bulletproof vest.
Boy, please, yes.
You telling me some training? I put it to you like this: I take 6 cows any day of the week to go clear a fucking building.
Hey, regardless
Kyle
to the
didn't
outcome,
miss.
Kyle did not miss.
right? Regardless to the outcome of this trial, whoever that was that just sent you that comment, regardless to the outcome of this trial, if you go back and watch when he was in the street, how he rolled, tucked, jumped up, shot, protected weapons retention, recharged, cleared them out. Regardless of what you think,
Proud of that kid.
you don't do this. You're not going to learn that in 16 hours.
You
I'm
missed
willing to bet.
You also missed something too. Kyle exercised great restraint
Because he did shoot. But dude said, whoa. He did
Absolutely.
shoot.
Yes.
So, yes, that all of those things you don't learn in 16 hours. 16 hours, I'm going to tell you what the average 16-hour class is. This is a firearm. This is a backstrap. This is the trigger guard. Because most people that come to the 16-hour class has never touched a firearm a day in their life. Except some of them, the next part of them, they cloud shot every New Year's. If you don't know what cloud shooting it is, you'll learn on New Year's Eve. They didn't cloud shoot. After that, the rest of them, I'm only doing this because it's getting so bad out here in the city, and I got to protect myself. So you don't get a group of people that are into this, and we can actually teach you what we need to teach you, or give you that advanced class, or
I just
give
want
you
to
what
keep it in my
conceal
third.
and carry should be. We're giving you what, in my opinion, what we're teaching you now should be something that you have to take when you fill out for your FOID card. This right here should be when you go to fill out for that card. This was the class you're supposed to take. Our class, conceal and carry, should be at least a 40-hour class that you have to take. And when you go to get your AR, it should be another 40-hour class that you have to take. And then you could go off and say that you can be a cow. Regardless to how you feel about he shouldn't have been there, he underage, his mama neglected him. It was dark outside, it was cold. Regardless of how you feel
The
about it,
street lights was on.
that dude, that 17-year-old boy has more training than probably 90% of you conceal and carry people that have tuned in and watched this class. It is live. Just
And
saying.
I gotta sit here and say that you know what? I could honestly appreciate Kyle. I could really say that I can appreciate Kyle. Let's take it away from guns for just a minute. It's a lot of people that say Kyle should have not been there. But when you're in the midst of that situation and properties being destroyed and riots are happening and people are getting hurt and rocks are being thrown and fires are being started, it's good to still know that in this day and age, where depending upon the context of where you live, and we don't have our young folks learning about the value of the core values that you learned in the military of selfless service and putting the welfare of others before your own, that Kyle grabbed fire extinguishers and tried to put out fire. That he was willing to go out among those who were grown. He was willing to go out there and take all this police explorer training, lifeguard training. People think that lifeguards are, some people stand in the darkness, afraid to step into the light. Some people see what they can't understand. You thinking this is Baywatch. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ever been a lifeguard, and I used to be a lifeguard, that ain't no punk ass training. You running miles along the beach line. You do, oh my God, you running sprints.
I remember getting pushed day.
Off the, yes, I remember getting taken far out to the lake and getting pushed off. Now swim back. It's not so to go through all that stuff and to still have the desire to want to put your life on the line for other folks as a person. Yes, on purpose. As a person who has dedicated his life in the service of the public to others selflessly, I gotta give a hand clap to him, regardless of the outcome. I got to, because that's something that we don't see in this generation. Back in olden days, where you had, Boy Scouts and Eagle Scouts, and there was a large number of people who understood the value of public service. We don't have that. So I gotta, shit, hell yeah. Look, in the riots in the hood that just happened, I'd love to see a group of goddamn Raekwons and fucking Kiaras with long hairs and weaves tied up in some fucking rubber bands with some TikTok emblemed ballistic vest and some pink rifles and shit, daring a person to damage this property or fuck with my granny's business. I would want to see that.
But you know what, Mike? that's something that they went out the window back. And I'm a fish when I say this. I'm gonna really go fishing back during the Black Panthers and the Black Keystone Rangers, the L Rookins, back when they really stood up for community. Now we live in a time whereas a lot of people don't even know their neighbors. A
Right.
lot of people. I've asked my class, name me 5 of your neighbors on your block. And they look at me like I'm going crazy, like, huh? If you don't live on the block or you live in an apartment building, name 5 of your neighbors that live in that apartment building, what they do for a living. Back when we were growing up in the 70s and the 80s, we knew
everybody.
we knew everybody on the block. We knew all their kids. We knew their cars they drove. We knew what time they got home from work. They knew your mother, your parents. They knew you. They knew what school you went to. It was more of a community. It was more of a village. Now we got neighborhoods. We don't have a community. We don't have a village. We got them folk over there, the Hatfields and McCoys. I was talking to you tonight. Prime example tonight. The neighbors across the street. They light off Chinese candles. I don't know if you guys know about the Japanese lanterns or the Chinese lanterns. You light the light. It's windy as hell outside. They light them off and they going into our houses on the opposite side of the house, of the block, and literally it's gonna set somebody's house on fire. Right. No one cares about their neighbor anymore. So that's what we're into. If during the riots back in the summertime, was it this year? Last year?
Last year.
Back during those riots, it would have been we wouldn't have had to point fingers at Lori Lightfoot and Mr. Brown and all
we
the
had
other
a sense
people.
of community.
We would have had some type of community. Whereas, guess what? What they do over there in Pilsen, over there in Cicero, don't come over here.
Yeah.
Guess what? I had to travel to Indiana in order for me to go get money out the ATM. Why? Because my ATMs were all busted open, hanging upside down, inside out. My mom, I had to go and pick up her medicine for way out when I was on the road. Why? Because Walgreens is torn up, CVS is torn up. So it's one of those things where when do we hold ourselves accountable for the actions that we produce and put out there into the world? We don't hold ourselves accountable, and we always want to point
that's not liked.
Huh?
Self-accountability is not a desired trait nowadays.
Fuck
at
no,
all. I don't even think that it runs through their DNA from back in the day. Like I think they got it. I think they got a vaccination for self accountability when they was getting a vaccination for everything else.
No, and if you look at it, and I hate, again, we're not gonna go on this tangent because we could be here all fucking day and talk about our communities. Let's keep it real. Everyone goes after the mayor, and I'm cracking up only because y'all keep forgetting y'all got a fucking alderman.
They don't know their alderman names though.
Right. So here's like for example, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna leave it at this because I don't want to keep going down this road because it comes up every show. In my opinion, motherfuckers let the White House dictate their thoughts, and it has pissed me off so bad that I just don't like talking about politics no more, and I refuse to do it because if you don't do Democrat, you're a Trump supporter. Why the fuck can I just have a different opinion than you? I made a post this morning. There was a black woman, the first black woman lieutenant governor of Virginia. You know how much news time that shit got? None. But wait a minute.
She got a little bit because she stood up there with an AR.
But wait. Aren't we supposed to be talking about women empowerment?
Mm-hmm.
Aren't we supposed to be discussing diversity?
Yeah.
How fucking diverse can you get than
it's not the narrative?
A black Jamaican lieutenant governor, first ever in fucking history in Virginia, who has literally not only broke the glass ceiling, but shattered that bitch
with a rifle,
with a fucking AR-15,
yep.
with her finger off the trigger, with her finger off the trigger.
Finger discipline.
Now, with that being said, where the fuck is my women advocates who are part of Me Too not empowering this woman to say, leave her the fuck alone? And we support that this black woman made a big ass change that has never been done in a fucking history of the world.
Because
She's too
she's
pro
carrying a
self-sufficiency.
gun. She's
No.
carrying a gun that goes away from the feminist attitude in that, you know what I mean? She's
No.
not
And
a part of their thought processes.
And John, I feel you on that. I feel you on that. But no, you want to know why? Because she was labeled a fucking Republican.
Yes. And that's essentially
No.
what I was
So
about
forget
to
the
go
gun. Don't forget the gun.
That's where I'm
what
going.
has the White House been pushing into people's heads? Mm-hmm. Republicans are fucking evil. So you're letting the White House.
But see, get past the White House on that one, because that was going back to previous presidencies.
Oh, thanks.
Get past the White House.
Just organizing parts.
No, never mind.
Prior to Biden being in, okay, obviously we had another president who was a Republican president, and everyone was bashing Republicans then.
Chrissy said we got our first black lieutenant governor last year. He won based on his speech about gun rights. You remember Mark Robinson in his speech? I did. He also got tackled by some security officers too. That was some crazy shit. But keep going, John. Sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, so I mean, essentially, go back past this presidency. Yes, is this current obviously presidency alienating Republicans? Yes, but that was happening long before this presidency.
Facts.
Right. Like for example,
so this thought process was already happening long before. In that, if you're a woman who's a Republican, okay, you're no longer a part of the women in power movement.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Because majority of them are blue and or liberals per se, and they want to walk around with their hoo-has hanging out and the tatas and free the titties of the world, because I'm a free woman and I can do what I want. And now if you're against that as a woman, then
you hate women.
You don't get women empowerment.
Right. Nope. And it just fucking kills me, because if you're not for one side, you're immediately against all things. That's all things, period. Yes. So one of the things that came up, and I had to snap on somebody, and I don't like snapping on people, but I was like, nah, let me refresh. Allow me to reintroduce myself. I'm an angry black man. But it pissed me off because one of the things that came up was, well, Martin Luther King tried to get a concealed carry license and he was denied. I said, well, let's add two things to this. Number one, he was fucking assassinated by a sniper. His concealed carry wouldn't have done shit. But let's take it the next step. What state did he apply for concealed carry?
And Jesse set it up.
No. What state did he apply for concealed carry?
I'm not sure.
Well,
was it not Alabama, was it?
So let's go with the fact that maybe it was Alabama or maybe Georgia.
Yeah.
Georgia.
What are those states normally?
Republican.
Red.
Rebels.
Which means what?
Confederate.
No. Who usually runs those type of states?
Oh. White guys?
Red.
What type?
Red.
Is it red?
Was it
so
Democrat?
Go back and look and see who ran the state when he applied for his concealed carry.
It wasn't Republican.
Why are you leaving us on a cliffhanger? Tell us.
It wasn't Republican.
Fucking Democrat.
They actually called him Dixiecrats then.
Exactly. It was a fucking Democratic state that told him he couldn't have a gun.
Yeah.
So let's add all things considered. You can have a concealed carry because a Democrat told you no. But you still vote Democrat who's pro getting rid of your guns and anti-gun like a motherfucker.
Right.
And then they tried to bring up the fact that what happened years ago in California, where it wasn't about gun control, it was about making sure the Panthers couldn't bring guns into the courthouse.
The Mulford Act.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like, it amazes me how much history motherfuckers are missing when it comes to this shit, and they jump on one side, not realizing that if you believe everything a motherfucker tell you without doing your research, don't talk to me. That's how the fuck I feel.
The thing is, most of these people are force-fed these ideologies, right? So if you ask them something, if you ask them something critically on things that go on now, like for example, even since we're on the top of Cal Rittenhouse, you can go like I did earlier. I asked one of my brother's ex-students, I'm like, how much research do you know about this case? He's like, well, I've done some. I'm like, okay, where'd you get the information from? Well, I've done a couple news outlets. I've done Vice. I've done YouTube. I'm like, you didn't do any research on your own. You didn't find any type of independent source. You went directly to Legacy Media, Legacy Industries, and went, okay, whatever they said, that's the truth. You didn't vet anything. They're force fed all their ideologies. That's the vast majority of people now.
Matter of fact, there was a news outlet where one of the people made a Twitter comment and removed it immediately after dude testified and said, "Well, until I pointed."
You're talking about the roommate. You're talking about the roommate.
Back at me. So the day before that person got questioned, well, Kyle just pointed the gun at somebody. He had no reason. He was just doing this, that, and the other. Blah 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 blah. News outlet. The dude testified, and all of a sudden, the news outlet is like, let me just pull this down because I was wrong. But this is what pisses me off. There's no accountability for mainstream media when they tell something wrong without proper research. Why
people don't call them out on?
Like right now, in my personal opinion, Joe Rogan should be suing the shit
out of CNN. Yep, 100%.
Right now, I would literally put money towards. We lost KD. I would literally put money towards the Joe Rogan suing CNN fund.
Bro, he don't even need that. All he got to do is literally just push a couple dollars to the side to his lawyer squad. They'll take care of it. I don't know why he has yet to sue them. He even had what is it, Sanjay something Gupta on the show, and he admitted it. He admitted that they lied. So the
thing is this: when people say they got their news from media when it comes to Kyle, I'm like, dude, stop it. What did I say last week? If you want to see the trial uncensored, where do you go?
Law and Crime Network, because you
Law
don't
and Crime Network. Yeah. When I tell you the fucks, the shits, the fuckers, the kills, every word that is used in court in real life is on the Law and Crime Network.
Yeah.
Why are you still listening to CNN, ABC, NBC, MSNBC,
exactly,
even the fucking court TV? Go look at it for your damn self. Yeah. Law and Crime, they are giving it to you real. And guess what Law and Crime does? They record it so you can go back and look.
And watch it. I love it.
Dude, I have watched a couple of these. I'm just mad about today's trial. So you have to excuse my anger because I didn't watch it. And I tried to watch it. I am so upset because this is the first day I missed. And
but you can go back and watch it.
Hey, let me ask you guys a question.
No, I'm not doing that tonight.
We seem to have a team of well-versed individuals on here.
Okay. No, we don't.
And I asked Mike this question, and Mike, he gave me the mic answer.
What is the mic answer?
He gave me the mic answer. All right. Have you guys watched the news today? Yes.
No.
It depends. What news channel?
Okay. Any of them.
I don't do that.
I watched WGN for about an hour.
Okay. In the news, there's talking about the young lady that killed her mother overseas, over in Bali. And she got sentenced to 10 years and she served 7, got let out on good behavior. When she touched down at O'Hare Airport, the feds were standing there to put her back in bracelets. My question is, how is it that you get convicted in another foreign country of doing something and then you come home and get hammered again? Can anyone answer that?
Well,
what was
I'm gonna let Mike go for that because my level of ignorance is very high.
I was about to say I am not a lawyer. I am not an extreme legal analyst. I know enough.
I can chime in with this because our court of laws do not apply in Bali.
Okay. Well, the feds were standing there at O'Hare Airport waiting on her, and they got her in custody. They said that
what was on the charging instrument as to what they arrested her for?
Right.
One of them was that one of them was tampering with evidence, and another one was that they said she was a threat to the public. I'm about to try to look it up and see if I can find out exactly what her charges is, but I'm baffled by it because it's like If that's the case, I would have stayed in Bali.
Exactly.
My time already. I'm just saying.
Well, hold on, her dumb ass decided to come home. She should have stayed the fuck where she was at. I'm sorry.
Knew she was going to come back to charge, and somebody told her something.
Right.
It's a known fact. You know what I mean? Our law, which is why there's countries with extradition and things like that, where with no extradition, to where our laws don't reach there.
Wait, was that the girl who cut her mother up and stuffed her ass in a suitcase?
Yes.
Oh,
damn.
Fuck no. Oh,
Yes.
hell no. Hey, bro.
Damn.
Heather Mack.
Bro.
Heather Mack.
No, I'm not touching that shit. First of all, you killed your mama. Hey, I'm sorry.
Whatever charge you get, you deserve.
I hate to be that person. Yo, I would have fucking arrested her when she came back to the United States. Fuck that shit. You an evil, cold-hearted bitch to kill your moms.
Right.
I don't know why anyone let her get off the plane.
Bruh, because they know who she was.
You missing my point.
I mean, what can you do on planes these days?
She should have disappeared.
Yeah. Drink your drink, Marquise.
Cheers.
That's it. You know what? All right. Shit. So, who thinks he's going to be found not guilty?
Well, of what?
I don't know, man.
That's true.
That is true. That is
I will
true.
say, yes, there
I
is
don't know.
context. So, yes, I will say, you know what I mean? Okay.
Kenny Vesta says now a mother-in-law is a different story.
I'm not going to confirm
That
or
is
deny
possible.
that.
Confirm or
Hey,
deny.
I like my mom. I like my mother-in-law.
Right,
That
right.
is possible.
Keyword. I don't. Here we go.
I love my mother-in-law. Fuck that shit.
Who thinks? And another reason why I like watching Law and Crime Network is because they actually do polls. And so I think on the murder charges,
The murder charges is what.
how many of y'all think he's going to be acquitted of the murder charges?
I'm not weighing in.
I say yes because this isn't going to be a feed the lions scenario.
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
Because technically there's no lions to feed because everyone that got shot was white.
But like I said, you kind of missed that earlier. But I mean, we've had like on the Discords, the 4chans, all these other, like offshoots, even on Twitter. We got all these groups that are threatening violence for it. So I mean, it kind of is.
But here's the thing: if you threatening violence and you letting motherfuckers know you're gonna be violent, you the type of motherfucker that ain't gonna bust a grape in a fruit fight.
Yeah, you ain't gonna.
They did that last time.
No, that's not true.
Who did?
All the Tifas. Look at Portland.
The riots we had were all publicized.
They said they were going to do it.
Public saying that they were going to go out and fuck shit up.
Well, not really.
Not
really. You had organizers.
Yes. Organizers going public.
We'd be going 2 hours.
Getting more people. So, which told everyone that as we're organizing this.
So I would say this. It was public to the people who knew that someone was organizing a riot.
I've seen this stuff posted on
Facebook. On. Def_brings_life. Shouts out to those of you all still hanging on TikTok. I love your conversation. They said White has nothing to do with it. A gun was pointed at him and he was physically attacked. I think you're missing what we're saying.
You're missing what we just talked about.
We're
talking about whether or not there'll be a riot based on the fact that he's found innocent.
Right.
I'm saying that he's going to be found innocent and there isn't going to be a riot because the people who he shot are not black.
Michael Alfred said, I think they made Rosenbaum an honorary black, so they might try to riot. They might try to. You'd be surprised because he was dropping more N-bombs, and there was black guys like.
Well, then fuck.
Did y'all see the video? Did y'all see the video of the dude with the Colin Kaepernick fro when he was saying it? He was just staring at him like, oh, okay, all right.
Hey, hold on. If that's the case, I mean, I love fucking ribs and fucking chicken wings and some grape soda. Does that mean I'm honorary black?
Yes.
Hey,
yes. You got to be in a riot for that. Hey, you got to be in a riot.
Hey, just don't drop no N-bomb.
You honorary black, but that was borderline racist. Because why the fuck you think only black people like fried chicken, grape soda, and watermelon?
Hold on, here we go.
I ain't had fried chicken in 2 years.
Hold on. Is it racist? If it's true.
No. You know what? Hey, you know what? This is another thing that has pissed me off. Stereotypes
JFB.
come from fucking somewhere.
That's true.
Let's not pretend stereotypes are fucking imaginary.
Because I had some chicken in the last hour or two.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, brother, John, and I've told John this multiple times. You are my brother from another mother.
Facts, man, for sure.
That's it. I don't give a fuck what skin tone
He's
you
a
are.
pretty good guy.
As long as you're not a piece of shit.
Yeah, man.
We can break bread.
I'm watching you, John.
Go shoot
I'm
some
watching
shit
you real
together.
close.
And if John says, yo, the purge is coming, and we got the list, I'm gonna tell this motherfucker, yo, make sure the cooler got some grape soda and some motherfucking corn soda. Make sure the missus fried some motherfucking chicken, and I want some KFC coleslaw. We finna go on a motherfucking shooting spree, and we're gonna
say
very,
KFC coleslaw.
We're gonna stay very,
Thanks,
very,
Mac.
very, well fed while doing it.
KFC coleslaw. This man is different.
JFB says that you better tell Aunt Betty you loved her cornbread.
You goddamn right.
Hey, Mike, I got another issue also
Oh shit!
in the news today. Actor Alex Baldwin is being sued by Russ, the crew member, over the fatal shooting on set.
We don't care about that. I don't care about that. We knew he was going to be sued. I don't care. I'm talking about criminal charges. That's my whole thing.
Right.
Anybody who's anybody knows Alex Baldwin and those guys are going to be civilly liable. I agree they are civilly liable. Are they criminally liable? That's a whole nother conversation. And apparently Instructor Key's phone just went down on the ground. And this moment's been sponsored in part by Boost Mobile. When your phone can't stand, get a stand.
Cricket.
You know what? That's when you have down goes Frazier come across the screen.
He said, "Did we talk about the Ahmaud Arbery case?" No, we haven't gotten on that. You know what?
I didn't pay attention to
the
it.
case today.
I didn't pay attention
The police chief released a statement stating that one of the three defendants released a statement saying we had him trapped like a rat. And that's what they're running with right now. That's the newest thing that's going on with it. They said we had him trapped like a rat.
You know what do we always say is the thing that put people in jail?
Their mouths. They talk themselves into it.
Let me ask you all this. Next episode, do you all, because that means I got to put in some overtime watching these past videos.
I'll say because I haven't done nothing on Arbery.
Do we want to?
I don't care.
Do we want to stick with Kyle or
stick with Kyle?
Stick with
Kyle is what matters. That's actual.
But here we go now. Never mind. Stick with Kyle.
Don't do it. Stick with Kyle. You know what? And here's the thing. And the only reason why I'm saying that is when you look at certain shit.
Everybody saying stick with Kyle. Okay, guys.
Yeah, when you look at certain shit, dude, I am so sorry. The South, and I understand I might get some hits in the face for this one. The South is different than the North for a fucking reason, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It's a total fucking different realm. So guess what Marquise doesn't do? Marquise don't go to the South unless that motherfucker's strapped. I'm so sorry. I'm ignorant as fuck, dude. If I go to Georgia, if I go to Alabama, if I go to Louisiana, I don't give a fuck.
Hold up.
Roll Tide, baby.
Hey, hold up. That's no different from saying I'm rolling to Chicago. I got fucking bulletproof vest.
Man, watch it now.
That's a fair argument.
Watch it now.
I give you that. But guess what? Chicago is not historically against black people.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Hold on.
Oh, really?
I'm gonna say this. The difference between the North and the South, to me, by me being in both places and spending a great deal of time in both places. In the South, they will let you know that you're not welcome over here.
Thank you.
They will tell you up front that you're not welcome over here.
Exactly.
They're not going to pretend like you are welcomed over here.
Exactly.
It's an understanding. Up north, they'll smile in your face and you not be welcome over here.
No.
They will let you turn around and you not be welcome over here.
No.
Hey,
give me the South.
Hey, boy, you're not supposed to be on these parts.
Hey, I remember growing up, if you was on the block and they didn't know you, you would have big ass Michi, Demetrius, Taquan, and them sitting there and telling you, "Hey, boy, you ain't
Hold
fucking
up, I
around.
grew
Hit
up
the
on
fuck off
51st.
your
Mike,
phone
but
and
Mike,
from
man.
Hold on.
your
I
ass."
grew up on 51st.
that's back when
in
we
Oakley.
had structure.
Try
I
growing up
grew
in
up
an
on
all
51st
Hispanic
in Oakley.
neighborhood.
If someone pulled up on the block, you heard more whistles and motherfuckers coming out of the cracks talking about who is on the block. Who is
Yo,
on the
South
block?
ain't bad,
What
man.
are you
You know
doing
what?
on the block?
I guess.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna tell you like this. There's a big, and again, Mike, I'm gonna give it to you after this. I promise.
Yes, sir. No, you good.
I tell you like this.
Follow us. You good?
There was a full conversation I had with somebody who brought up the fact about why I'm so pro cop. I'm gonna tell you like this: the worst incident I ever had with a cop was in fucking Virginia. You know what color that cop was?
Black.
Fucking black.
Yeah.
When I tell you that he was more of a good old boy than a fucking good old boy, it ain't the white people I'm fucking worried about in the South. I ain't worried about the white people. Because like my man KD just said, hold on. Like my man KD just said, hey, fuck you, I've been drinking. So like my man KD just said,
He went that away.
Do you want to see an episode where we drink and do this? This would
Don't
be
even
so
drink
fucking
alcohol no more.
hilarious.
Damn it.
right. But the thing is,
Gotta
KD
be
said
clear.
it, and KD is spitting that fucking truth. In the South, if a motherfucker don't want you there, they're
They gonna
not
tell you.
secretive. They'll tell you, yo, you shouldn't be in these parts. Okay, understood. I respect that. Like, and
I'll let you
again,
later.
I might get crucified for this shit, but Emmett Till was fucking from Chicago. Yes or no?
Yeah.
In Chicago, shit is different. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Definitely.
He went down to the South,
Shit
and
is
his
different.
grandfather told him, yo, I'm going to tell you like this. The shit you do in Chicago,
You can't do
don't
here.
pull
Not
that shit
slide
down
here.
here.
Bring that shit down
Don't
here.
bring that shit down here because I'm telling you right now, your ass is going to end up dead bringing Chicago shit down
They tell
here.
us that now.
Hey, I would say we say that
But
now.
again,
Hey,
Yeah.
I say that now. When you come south of 80, don't bring that bullshit down here.
but and again,
Rantoul,
but hold on. All jokes aside, I'm not saying what happened to Emmett Till was fucking right.
Right. We're not saying that. Right.
I'm not saying it was right.
No.
But
Waiting for somebody to take that out of context.
he was warned.
He was.
And in that area where that shit was not tolerated,
Yeah.
it was a whole different fucking story. What
sure.
I'm waiting for is this. Since mandates can be passed, why the fuck hasn't the word nig, or any form of the word been removed, just like the words something flew? Because I ain't gonna say it, because we're gonna fuck up your show, Mike. Something flew, and any other pronouns that are bad for anyone who's from the LGBT community. But you won't remove those words that actually affected us for over 400 fucking years.
The thing is, who gets impassioned or emboldened when those statements get used? Somebody says an N-word to someone black, and then they overreact. That's ratings. That's clicks per. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's clickbait. They're not gonna get
But
rid
that's
of
even
that
going
because-
past obviously the N-word obviously for black people.
Right.
Okay, you get into obviously the terms that go along with brown skin, the terms that go around with olive skin, the terms that go around with white skin.
But why is one class of people more important than the other? Like something that had made me mad, and again, angry black guy. Something that made me mad was the comparison of a certain group of people comparing themselves to black people. Well, for decades, we've been trying to do this, that, and the other. Fuck you. For centuries, we've been doing this shit. For centuries. You just now, and again, and I've said it on, I think last week or the week before last, I said it on Mike's show. We are considered an endangered species, and it pisses me off for one reason. You full of shit. Black people aren't an endangered species. Want to know why? Because by the government standard, an endangered species is protected.
Hey, hello. Come on, preach, brother. Preach.
We
Come
ain't
on
a
now.
protected fucking people.
Not at all.
So my
Not at
thing
all.
is this, and this is what I'm going to ask for
But hold on.
anybody.
Let me step into that. We not protected, but we won't protect our goddamn self. Let's just be real. You know, the only time that the neighborhood come together is when there is a shooting from one color to black. As long as it's black to black, brown to brown, pink to pink, it's nothing said, it's nothing done, it's no riots, it's no marches, it's no looting, it's no nothing. Why? Because Lil Pookie and Raekwon had beef because Lil Pookie Dead just got out the joint and he said he was going to get them.
And that's mutual combat.
It's mutual combat. They say Black Lives Matter. No, Black Lives Matter, but just not to us. Because the only time it matters is if it's a white counterpart. If you insert white into that equation, then Black Lives Matter. So
which is
that right there is like to me, it's one of them subjects where until we make sense of it ourselves, it'll never make sense to anyone else. Because I could just sit back and think about if I was on the opposite side of the color spectrum, why would I give a shit about how you guys feel when every other song y'all come out, we got the N-word in it?
Right. So I bring that up for two reasons. Number one, Kyle will not cause a riot because there was no one black shot.
That's why
the second reason why I bring it up. That's the reason why I don't want to talk about Ahmaud Arbery.
Right.
Because it's two different skin tones with some multiple opinions, and I'd rather keep this family friendly. And I'm going to bring up another point. When we talk about all this shit, it makes me think where we are as a society, where our opinions, even though, again, Mike has a different opinion than me from time to time. John has a different opinion from me from time to time. Right. KD, Instructor Key, we all have different opinions. But that's what makes us fucking great. Because we're not like fucking minded.
That's true.
If we were like-minded, you know how boring this fucking show would be?
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. I 100% agree.
If we were like-minded, you know what this show would be called? The View.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
And if you want proof of this, look at the episode where Sherry Shepherd said she bought a gun. Look at the episode when Sherry Shepherd said she bought a gun. When she bought a gun, that audience was totally against her.
Right.
Even though she said, as a black woman, I felt I needed to buy a gun to protect me and my family. And I went to classes and I learned how to use my gun appropriately. That fucking audience turned on her like she said she was unvaccinated.
Good job there.
You know I got you, brother.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
All right. I wanted to make sure I had to swap ears.
So when you're looking at this stuff, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna tell you like this: when you're now in a world where what you say is censored based on your thoughts and feelings because they're not popular. It's not the fact that you're right or wrong. It's the fact that it's not popular amongst everyone's opinion. For example, how many times have y'all seen that now Let's Go Brandon is being censored?
Oh, man. Yeah.
That's
everywhere.
No, not yet, KD. Not yet, KD. Hey, I'm like the defense. I'm going to build this up. How many times have you heard about Let's Go Brandon being censored? Even the number one song on the charts is a Let's Go Brandon song that's banned on YouTube and Twitter. But for 1 year straight, fuck Trump was okay.
Yeah.
Trump with his head cut off, being held by a comedian was okay.
Yeah.
But Let's Go Brandon is evil.
So now if I got a student named Brandon I can't even tell them let's go because
you're a white supremacist, buddy.
That's white supremacy, and you're politically incorrect.
So again, if y'all don't see that if the government can censor you in what you say, what do you think is coming next? Pow pow.
Yeah.
And like I said, and unfortunately,
Let's go authoritarianism.
So the thing is this, and I'm gonna say it like this, and again, I apologize.
With that bullshit.
What does Mike always say? The thoughts of what Marquise is saying are his and his alone. The thoughts of what Marquise is saying is his and his alone. I will say this.
Look at what Chrissy said.
I will say this. When certain people are in office, absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Absolutely. Yep.
When you have a mandate that is now being challenged by the Supreme Court, but you still go live and tell people, hey, you still go do what I told you to do. I don't give a damn what the courts say.
Yeah.
Nah, trust me.
Telling people.
This shit ain't tipsy. Trust and believe. I'm a Marine. If Crown Royal gets me fucked up, y'all ain't been with me yet.
Yeah, Crown Royal.
Hey, but you know what? I'll say this, Marquis. I knew it was a sad day in America when animals and the rainbow had more rights than you and me. That's
brother. If that was your indication, hold on. If that was your indication of a sad day, I knew we was in a sad day when I saw a whole bunch of Democrats wearing kente cloth and taking a knee.
Taking the knee, not the knee.
Bruh, when I say placating, is the biggest smack in the face of all black people.
You're about to get banned off of everything, bro.
I know. I don't care, though. This is fun.
Bruh, when I tell you I don't like anyone to placate, I would rather you be 100% of who you are every day of the fucking week than to ever placate to me.
Let me get
John, why are you my brother?
Huh?
Why are you my brother?
Because he has a nice beard.
No, because he won't bullshit me and he won't sugarcoat.
I don't sugarcoat shit. Yeah, no,
Mike, why are you my brother?
I don't sugarcoat shit.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you why.
Mike, why you my brother?
I'm gonna tell you why. Because I learn from you, you learn from me, we all learn from each other. We have differences of opinions, but man, we had some great ass conversations. And my thing is, if I can't learn from you, fuck, I don't know. So now, man, I love this shit.
You can't be around me. I tell all my friends, if we not growing, if I can't give you something to get something back in return, and we learn to feed off each other, it's no need to be friends with a person. Like it's boring. It becomes meaningless. You know, it's a waste of time. That's one thing in life I never get back is my time. So if I can't get some knowledge out of it or gain some money out of it, I hate to sound that way, but I don't even want you around.
Well, no, but see, that's also the same process where, okay, think of people obviously on a rating scale. If you're going to hang out with nothing but threes or lower, because that's where you're comfortable at, how are you growing within yourself? Exactly. In order to grow from a 3, you got to hang out with 4s and 5s.
Got to.
And then from there, once you're at level 5, now it sounds bad, but you know what I mean? Not to cut off the people that were below you and everything else, but if you want to raise your game some more, now you got to hang out with 6s and 7s.
Yeah. Well, shit. Yeah. John, play the game. Who the fuck goes to Vegas with a boring friend?
Hell, motherfucking no. That shit is stupid.
Hey, what they say, if you broke, look at your 5 closest friends. Hey, and I'm not talking about money wise. I'm talking about mental wise, money wise. Right. Everything. If you're broke, look at your 5 closest friends. The older investor told me. I can see now Marquise is happy.
No. Okay, let's say this one more time. Marquise is not drunk.
Right there.
Listen, if you see what my workout looks like, you'll understand that everything I just drank already burned off.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah.
I will need a lot more. You have to give me an IV of alcohol to get me fucked up after a gym workout.
God damn.
Trust me. That was my celebratory drink for my birthday and for my fallen comrades.
What's up, Eric, you guys?
That's what that was about. I don't fucking get down like that. Trust me, I don't. But yeah, that's, again, This is for the Marine Corps birthday and my fellow Marines who died in the process of serving.
That's right, Devil Dog. That's it. That's it.
I take a shot every holiday for Veterans Day and for Marine Corps birthday. I take a drink from my fallen comrades who ain't here to drink with me no more.
That's it. That's it.
That's why I do it. So trust me, if one drink can get me fucked up,
hold on for a minute.
Leave.
Deputy 145, you said this discussion not going anywhere. Don't get fucking mad because you late to the party. You lucky I don't block your ass. And I'm not drunk. You don't come on my motherfucking page with no stupid
ass shit. Disrespectful, yeah.
You better lock it the fuck up right now. You understand that? You better leave with a goddamn eye, sir. You understand that?
We already had our serious conversation.
We had our discussion.
Came back late.
Right, yo, late ass came to roll. He like this dumbass. Fuck it, we gonna make it about him. He like this dumbass motherfucker that come to roll call, left your gun in the shitter because you was beating the fuck off in the latrine. You know what? Let me stop because I'm about.
Yeah. So, and the thing is this: it's not going nowhere on which. So let me guess. When we start talking about race, it wasn't going nowhere.
No. I knew where you guys were going in the conversation. That's why we tied it in. We were talking about, matter of fact, I'm not keeping it coming. I'm going to block your ass because you're not worthy of this shit. Get the fuck on somewhere. Now, there we go.
Cheers.
Yeah, that's done.
Deuces.
That's half of that shit. Yeah. We what y'all don't understand is Trigger with Instructor Mike and Friends. It's in Friends. This is just like us just getting together. We done talked about the shit we talked about already. Now we're just kind of tying it in and having fun. That's one of the things y'all don't get in your classes.
Right.
Hey, you know what though? A lot of valuable information has been shared in my classes after hours.
Bro.
Just sitting around talking to students, sitting around at the range, just kick backing. That's when I think a lot more information has been shared that actually you may have forgotten to say, or they want to share a story they didn't feel comfortable with. But unfortunately, that dude, he don't have no friends. You know, so his last friends was
this?
His last friends was Rosie Palm.
Nah, he's the type of person that has menage a trois every night. You know, Thumbelina.
Fuck around. He knows about the strange. He knows about the stranger.
He switched hands and cheat on himself.
Exactly. So the stranger, you gotta put your left hand underneath and get it all numb. So it feels completely different.
Marquis, you got the MVP of the night.
Oh shit.
Marquis, yeah.
And he came late. That's wild.
Hey, wait a minute. Hold up. Hey, Keith. Shut the fuck up.
I love you, man.
Hey, let me put what they say. Let me put my business on the street, motherfucker. What's wrong with you, man?
And what some people don't understand is that if you don't spend time on the range, be it indoor, outdoor training, you think people just shoot all the fucking time? It's so much shit that goes on after the range. That's called camaraderie. You're building brotherhood. The fuck? That's why when people lose fallen comrades, it hurts them more than just the action because of who that person was.
Right.
That's why these
matter of fact, trust me, when the zombies come back, it is the apocalypse time. Y'all gonna see all 5 of us on here together, and I'm gonna tell you that y'all will be ass out.
Jacob, Brian, too,
throwing mags to each other too.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
You better be in your team now.
None of us have Shadow 200.
Why do you think most of y'all got repeat customers? Your personality.
Personality. Yeah.
You know, if you ain't got repeat customers, you are the most boring, cardboard ass individual.
Regurgitator.
Man, not even regurgitator. You're a reader.
Yeah.
You're a reader. Like someone said, hold on. And when you looking at 7,
where's your laser pointer?
ILCS, you got to look and then understand. Y'all got that? And then right here, where it says, you got that?
Where's your laser pointer?
Okay, Juggernaut.
Right there.
Juggernaut. I'm sorry. Okay, I appreciate you. All right, y'all. We're gonna go on ahead and pull it. Yes.
My baby.
Yes. We are what 1, 2, 3, 4. Our vets 1, 2, 3, 4, and Kenny is a vet of the Salvation Army. He's been doing the most good. I'm just fucking with you, Kenny. All right.
Yeah,
Yes.
he work at that one place. He's a vet.
Yes, he is definitely a vet. for
Yeah,
sure.
you work at that one place, so you've seen action.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry,
put my
man.
time in. One ass.
I can't.
One ass.
I can't sleep sometimes because of that place.
That
Man,
one
one
place.
ass, baby.
That one place. You see how we doing
Hey,
that?
Angie. This is Angela. You know what, Angela? I'm sorry. I feel shitty. I forgot.
Hey,
to tell you.
Angela.
Hey, Angela. Angela, for those of y'all who don't know, Glamour Biker 12 is Angela. She provided a lot of great insight when we were talking about the Alec Baldwin situation. Russ, professional stunt, I want to say stunt double, professional stunt actress. So yes, we're gonna go on ahead and pull it before we do. Yeah.
You see Michael Alford? I'm so
What he
proud of
said.
him.
Good night, y'all. I gotta hit the weights. I gotta hit the weights too. My shit's in the fridge. That's what it is.
Hey, brother.
12-ounce curls,
20-ounce
baby.
curls is
12-ounce
still 20-ounce curls, baby. Let's get it.
Stunt woman. I am sorry. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Ooh,
You finna get us cursed. You finna get us cursed out.
No, she corrected me. It's good.
You said stunt man?
Oh yeah, but you know what? I apologize.
Hold on. Angela, the comments made by Mike are of Mike and
Those
Mike
are
alone.
and Mike alone.
William,
right.
hold on, wait, William, I cannot do that. I am sorry. I cannot do that. You are asking way too much of me.
Hey, bro, you better go about
Wait, you go get a lace front beard.
right. Get a lace front beard.
I've been trying. I've been trying.
Mike. Talk about some.
Yeah.
What you wearing?
What up?
A face neck. They ran out of turtleneck, so I'm wearing a face neck. This is how we gonna
Wow.
I gotta
I'm
see
gonna
the
just
new
turn my camera
info.
off the whole time.
Are you talking about Glamour Biker? Are you talking about the new info where Alec Baldwin is being civilly sued? If you got something
No.
that's different, KGC, what's up?
No,
Hey,
that's not what she's talking about.
Ooh, William said you got a baby chin.
I'll catch you outside. Don't worry about it. I'll catch you outside.
Hey,
Don't worry
Mike,
about it.
Mike. Hey, hold on, guys. Hold on.
Oh, she got something different.
Hold on, y'all.
Hey, what they're referencing is update on Russ said. Props assistant Reed was actually kept out of the church where they were shooting due to COVID restrictions, according to an inside source. The plot thickens.
What am I missing here?
Ooh, so the thing is, the person who would have been in charge of the gun wasn't allowed on the set when this shit happened.
That's
Well,
why.
Because of COVID
Persistent.
restrictions.
But
Persistent.
So they should have shut the shit down for that day.
okay,
Exactly.
sure. But the armorer.
I think
The
that's what they're
support
talking about. Yeah, I think that's what they're talking about.
They didn't
Wait.
say her name though.
Angela, what
Reed.
you got?
So she, the armorer, wasn't even inside. Oh, god damn it. All right. Well, I guess she ain't gonna be charged.
So here's the thing. Hey, Mike, I know we trying to go to extra innings, but
Go ahead, fuck it.
since Russ was brought up,
Yeah.
did you hear about a current person who says they will no longer have real firearms on the set of their
Yes, Mike, we talked about that the other day.
Wait, who was
The
that?
Rock.
Who said that?
The Rock.
The Rock, Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
You got like 3 movies with guns, dog. Not counting Fast and Furious.
Going forward.
And Alec from now on is requiring that all police officers be present on the set to act as the firearm experts.
Hold on.
To make sure he doesn't shoot somebody.
No. First of
Yes.
all, those of us who are professional firearms instructors knows police officers. Hold on. And we're not talking about all police officers. We're talking about those who don't go to the range, those who
They
wait
shoot-
till the
They
last
shoot
minute.
twice a year.
Twice a year. No.
Twice.
First of
They
all,
shoot twice. They shoot once when they get that letter saying they got to qualify for the next week, and then
Yeah.
they shoot again next week.
yeah.
Hey, I'm just saying.
I'm just
KD,
saying.
hey KD, I got my letter. I
here's
got to
most of our
qualify
police
next week.
officers. Here's most of our police officers. You're yelling at me. What'd you say? I'm
As
pointing my
soon as
gun
they
at you.
walk up, hey man, did I say get from over here? Go get from over here, now. I'm giving you a direct order.
Dude, I'm telling you. So I don't know if that's going to be a good idea. But here we go. Let's have some fun before we leave out. Key, you got to come on back. Here we go. So now let's play Name the Future Movies that The Rock is going to star in with rubber guns. Go.
The Fast and Upset. No, Speedy and Upset. Hobbs and Shaw. Hobbs and Shaw 2, Speedy and Upset.
Can you smell what The Rock is microwaving?
Man.
Okay, bet.
Hold on. Y'all remember his WWF?
Hey,
That's what I was gonna say. He's just gonna go back to the WWE. He done. He's not acting anymore.
Look,
Hold on. Remember when he used to say, just bring it, don't bring it.
No. Okay, so hold on. So just
Put
bring
it away.
rubber violence.
Can you bring this over, please? Do you have anything to bring, please?
Oh my God.
Now, and again, I understand that we ain't got The Rock's money. I understand that we don't have his stardom, but fuck your face, dude. I'm sorry. That is the softest virtue signaling I have ever seen.
Hey,
ever.
Hey, I like Megan's comment.
Hey,
Hold on. I like Megan's comment.
What
Soft
you say?
and the beautiful.
Yes. I hate to say it, that's the softening baby shit ass thing you can do. And literally, I'm gonna say it like this: there are three incidents.
Good one. Grit Rubber Gang.
Hey, I'm gonna take Christie's. Hold on. I'm gonna take Christie's. Stop, or my mom will shoot.
With the rubber gun.
Or you'll smell what The Rock is cooking.
Dwayne the Pebble Johnson.
So, and again, through history, through all of movie history, there's been 3 movie deaths by gun. 3. All of movie history. So look at the first movie that was ever created and go all the way through history. There's only been 3. There's been over 47 based off stunt work.
Right.
We're talking about jumping off of high shit and hitting the ground very hard. So here's my question for you. Going forward, we're going to start using not real guns on the set and only doing stunts at 5 feet.
let me
No,
gunji.
Hold on. That's not fair. What if I'm a midget? Even jumping at 5,
we gonna drop it some more. We're gonna drop it more.
Hey, it's not midget, it's little person.
Yes, you gonna get him removed from the set.
What?
Hold on.
Are you assuming people's height?
Little Pebble.
Well, technically, midgets have a height restriction. That's what they have to be. Just like dwarfs got a height restriction. Look up the definition.
That's
the Rubber King.
They're only so tall.
Let me ask you guys this. By you all being firearms instructor, how many of you guys sit and watch movies and count how many times a firearm shoots?
I don't enjoy watching movies anymore. So
gotcha. Cause I'm gonna be honest with you. With him going to these rubber guns, it's certain aspects of a movie, a good action-packed movie, 007, or whatever movie you watching. That
Which
I
was a
actually
great
look
movie.
for yeah, it was. I look for the realization of those movies, and going to that
missing rock.
So
I think it's just gonna be a real shit show. You know, instead of the mummy, he gonna really be the mommy. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like one of
You know what? So instead of Expendables, it's gonna be Expandables.
yeah.
Classic expands.
That's a good
So
one.
I just want to go back real quick, just so you know, the technical height that makes someone a dwarf is 4 feet 10 inches or less.
Hold on.
Man,
You want to go research that shit?
He went
goddamn right.
He hopped directly on Google.
Hey, that's not
Siri,
okay.
What's the size of a dwarf?
So real quick,
Hey,
real
Mike,
quick,
just
I will say
screenshot the
this
email.
after John brought it up. Do y'all remember a specific bar that used to do little people throwing? in Illinois. I was a
I
champ.
love that bar.
I was a champ.
Oh, come on.
I could believe it. I could believe it.
Come
Yeah.
on,
I can believe it.
You chucking people like you ain't right.
Hey,
That's just
little
me.
people
That's
wrestling
me.
was
They
fucking phenomenal.
volunteered.
Hey, but I will admit,
They was
when I was
getting
that,
paid,
I
had
will
to.
admit, the last time I was in Alabama at the Foot Wash, they had a little person stripper.
Stop.
Oh my God.
Wait.
The best. The
Explain
best.
that one more time. Who?
Am I the only one who been drinking?
For
'Cause
wash?
This shit is fucking hilarious.
Okay. Well, see,
I
in
don't know where we
Alabama,
going with this, but
they have a thing called Foot Wash. It's kind of like
Okay.
Freaknik, Taste of Chicago, somewhat, but it's in the
Okay.
backwoods. And they had a little short chick that she was a stripper. Thick as a Snickers. But
yeah, it's called a
was,
midget stripper. Yes.
it was amazing. It was
Been
amazing.
around Been around.
I didn't think this was gonna go that far. I didn't think that was gonna go this far today. I didn't think so.
He chucking midgets though. Come on, he throwing midgets like he throwing them like
It's not
cornhole.
getting better.
He playing cornhole with midgets though. Like, let's be real. You know what I'm saying? Like, so why not little see a midget stripper? I'm down for it.
Good, man. You're fine.
Hey,
we
midget
still
strippers
worry
are
about
fucking
peace,
awesome,
man.
Where are we going?
We all going to hell.
we working on
If I can
seeing.
legit, this is gonna sound bad. This is my thoughts of John and John alone. If I could have a midget as a person that stays with me 24/7, I'd roll with that shit.
Why did he try to make it sound politically correct while saying like midget?
Because I had to, for legal purposes and to not get Mike banned, I had to keep it.
Don't worry about that. He gonna see it in the
Anatomically
morning.
correct.
80% politically correct.
The expanderizer. The expanderizer instead of equalizer. Expanderizer.
Does it have anything? What is
Rubber guns. We got rubber guns, bro.
What is being expanded? Don't answer that.
The plastic.
That
Pause.
gun.
Pause.
That rubber gun gonna be expanded.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
So there's no more John Wick. What would we be using now?
The rubber dick. Hey, keep going. No, don't talk about that. Keep going, guys. Keep going. I mean, we were on the topic of little people, so I just think. And then John wanted to have one, and Katie wanted to have one.
Hey, look here.
Throwing.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. Hey,
Boogaloo.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Ever since and this is a true story from my mom.
Oh,
Ever since I was a
John
shorty,
Lick.
John Lick.
Oh.
Ever since I was a kid, dude, I like little people. That like I really do.
Wait.
Cool.
You're not gonna run away with that.
No. Listen. Ever since I was younger, I'm fascinated by them. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm very fascinated by them. If you have never got a chance to hang out with them, dude, they some cool ass individuals. Like,
dude, they badass, bro.
I
like,
agree.
They are
awesome
cool ass individuals. They have a personality out of this world because of all of the things that they went through in life and still going through. They have a personality out of this world. It's amazing, bro.
They don't let little things bother them.
You know what? Okay. So since we're on this subject, hold up. So since we're on the subject, real story. I was bouncing in a nightclub in North Carolina.
The one you was throwing the midgets in.
It involves a small person, okay? A little person. I was bouncing in a nightclub in North Carolina. No, I said little person. I said the correct shit. All right, no throwing. Shut the fuck up. So now, so what was happening was this: he was sipping on a beer, and this dude walked up on him and bumped him with his leg, like he didn't see him there. Dude, and again, the guy had the little guy had a great sense of humor. He was like, "Oh, don't worry about it. You didn't see me down here, so I understand." He made a joke on himself. The tall dude was like, "Nah, I saw you. I just don't give a shit." So he walked away. Escalation. So he walked away and he talked to his boys, and the little guy was still sitting there drinking and having a good time talking to the ladies. He come back over and does it again. My man's like, "Yo, back up off me. Don't do that again. I let you get away with it the first time. Now you being disrespectful." Dude got in his face and like, "What you finna do about it?" My man bust a Stewie. If you don't know what I'm talking about, he finished the beer and cracked him in his leg.
Where's my money?
He cracked him in his leg. When dude got down to his level, my man, this is the first time I had seen a Superman punch in real life. He jumped up and was like, "Bah!" Laid his ass out, got on his chest, and let him and went to work. The other
How
bouncers,
fast did you intervene?
no, I did not intervene. The other bouncers tried to intervene.
Videotape it?
Dude, this is back in the early 2000s. Ain't nobody had no camera phones.
You're not about to intervene in that face riding. You're not.
I wasn't going to intervene in that at all. So the other bouncers came over, and I was like, no. He deserves it. Let him finish.
Let him get beat on, bro.
Let him finish. So he's getting whooped on in the club by a little person. Once the little man was done, I moved him out the way, picked dude up, took him outside. I said, dude, peep game. If you want to stay in here tonight, you got to go back and apologize to my dude. If not, you go to hell home and you banned from ever coming to this club. My man went in there and again, in front of everybody. Hey, dude, listen, I apologize, man. I'm so sorry for being disrespectful, this, that, and the other. And his boys, when he went back over to where his boys were sitting at, they laughed so hard because what just happened? You got your ass whooped by a little person.
Hand it to you.
Hand it to you by a little person.
Home.
And it's like you can't take the walk away. You gotta apologize because you was bogus. You was just over bogus.
So you gotta take the L, go back and apologize, and hang out with your boys for the rest of the night while they clown you.
And then learn not to sweat the small stuff. You know, you gotta
don't sweat the small stuff.
Don't walk around with a little chip on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Wow. Y'all still going with this?
They get into it to this day. They was like, you remember that time you got beat up by that little dude?
Oh yeah, he never lit at that. Hey, I couldn't be at his wedding. I'm like, I got a little story to tell.
Hey, I don't know why the guy was mad. It's just a little ass whooping.
Hold on, why that 68 dude got re-racked?
Wow.
Way to swing it back around.
That's it. He did.
So you know what? Hold on. Let's look at some of these popular movies. Okay, so for example, the Tomorrow War, right? Can't have that no more because you need plastic guns. So let's see what we're gonna call the Tomorrow War.
Later on
that day. that day. Black Widow. Black Widow had guns. What can we call it now? Daddy Long Legs. All right, moving on.
Daddy Long Legs.
Why? Because Daddy Long Legs are poisonous.
Right.
Let's go. All right, we had the new movie called The Tenet with Denzel Washington's kid. What can we call that now? The Tenet. Tennant. Let's see. Army of the Dead. What can we call it now? Because again, they gotta have plastic guns.
Yeah, The Renter.
McDonald's at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Army of the Dead. Come on now, work with it. Plastic Army Men. Let's go with that. Right. Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad.
Was the Rock in Suicide Squad?
Suicide Squad had guns.
Will Smith was in there. I don't know who in the new one. I don't know who played Deadshot.
They had guns though. So Suicide Squad had guns. What can we use?
Hey, you know Will Smith was in Chicago today.
On purpose?
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
His book.
He's promoting his new movie.
His new book, not his movie.
King
Richard, yeah.
Richard, and he was down on 53rd and State Street. They have a new tennis facility over there. And they gave out 6 scholarships to inner city school kids that excelled in tennis.
Was Jada there?
Stop it.
She was with what's his name?
August Wilson.
August Alsina.
Yeah.
No, she was entrapped, so she couldn't come.
Entangled.
Excuse me.
All right.
Entangled.
Hey. Go to what's his name?
Community Service Squad.
Where's
Community Service Squad?
Yeah. So yeah. But gentlemen, it's been fun. It's been real.
Yes.
I've had a great time. Marquis.
Great being on here.
Salute, my brother. And this is some Alabama for you. Lil Joe
Ooh,
Louis.
That's
shine.
that's some of that moonshine.
Lil Joe Louis, yes sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes sir.
You
So,
finna get left and right, huh?
I'm about to go hit the weights, the pillow, but be a dead weight because I gotta drive in the morning. Yeah, so y'all go hit the weights. I'm gonna be a dead weight
Therapy group.
therapy group.
So real quick, no more Avengers. They're only the amenders.
Damn.
They can only amend. They can't avenge.
Amenders
There you
and suspenders.
I look forward to meeting up with you guys at the range.
Yes.
We gotta get a shoot day, Mike.
Yep.
Preferably outdoors. Because I'm not an Eagle fan, but yeah.
Hey now.
I'm just saying I'm not an Eagles fan. I'm sorry.
Hey, I'm with KD.
You know, I don't like putting lead in politics. Lead and politics don't mix with me. So
we gotta talk to see what you're talking about.
Hey, not being an Eagle fan, shit. Self-explanatory.
So
I know
where he's a fan of the Bears. That's what he's saying.
I'm not a fan of the Bears. Well, Bears do shit out and Bears do shit in the woods. So I definitely go out there and play with the Bears, shoot with the Bears. But I'm just saying I'm not an Eagles fan. So we all need to get together and
they'll be shitting at Arlington Park soon.
But yeah, I definitely look forward to put some laid down range with you guys. It's about that time. I got a new toy I need to break in and learn. So I look forward to it.
Wait, is it actually plastic? Because it's not plastic. We're not supposed to have real guns.
It's rubber. It's not plastic. It's rubber. Grade A rubber.
Yeah, right.
Goodyear.
Okay.
Right.
Goodyear.
Because real guns hurt people.
Man.
Because on a set of Rust, if he had a plastic gun, it wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, so I got a Goodyear gun, so I'm gonna go ahead on and see if
a Goodyear. The Michelin man.
Hey, Michelin. Hey, no, I'm gonna buy a Michelin one, but I got Goodyear this time. So I'm gonna see what Goodyear do first, and depending on the reaction from Goodyear, I may go to Michelin.
All right, I feel it.
But you guys enjoy yourselves on the mic with Mike or training with Mike. I don't know what it is. Trigger time with Mike. I don't know what it is. Some shit with Mike. It's something with Mike. I'm just saying something with Mike. I don't know what it is. It's something with Mike. I've had fun with Mike. So,
how your show get upgraded to having fun with Mike? What the
hey, he changed the name of the show so fucking much. It's like it's Trigger with Mike. On a mic with
Mike and friends,
we can't use triggers no more, man. So he was right. We having fun with. All right.
No, the triggers okay as long as it's plastic.
It's rubber, not plastic.
Rubber. Rubber
Kydex. Rubber Kydex, plastic, all the same stuff.
No, Katie is no. Y'all understand. Everybody that's on this show, we've been talking long before Trigger with Instructor Mike had even occurred. So this is just us having fun. This shit is just amazing. I'm glad we kept this shit going. All right, let's get out of here. Come back. Y'all, look, on a serious note, those of you all watching, thank you for hanging out. Those of you all who've been listening to the podcast, because I've been recording on the podcast too. That's called On the Mic with Mike, you ass.
It was something. Shit.
Yeah.
Something with Mike. Everything with Mike.
All right. Those of you all who've been watching, we've been going on 3 hours. The last show was 3 hours and
there
some.
There it is right there.
I'm
Triggered with midgets and rubber.
Angela!
Hey, tell Angela, as long as she can teach them how to do the good stunts, we good.
He said, bye, guys. Need to step it up and have a woman there. Hell yeah. Angela.
We had one.
We got Angela was here.
We had Angela up here 2 weeks ago.
What was it, last week? A week before?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, yeah.
Wait, pause. Megan, you volunteering?
Hell yeah, because we'll put you up here too, Megan, if you want. My thing is, it doesn't.
Look, hey, Angela's already chiming in. I got it covered.
Got it. Okay, cool.
Women
Angela must be drunk too. She said, I got it coveted.
No, that's autocorrect.
That's autocorrect. I know that's not true, Angela.
But the question is, she must have used the word covenant a couple of times in autocorrect.
Yeah, that's hey young. Okay, here we go. All right, yeah. So Angela will be here on the show too. And here's this: it's not just for instructors. If you all want to get on, send me a message. Put it in the comments that you want to get on. I'll go back to this and watch this, and then I'll put you in the loop, put you on the link, because we actually want to have other people come on the show and talk about their stories of survival, whatever questions they got, interact with us, stuff like that. That would be interesting to have. So if you all want to be a part of that, JFB says send the link. Those of you all who want to be a part of it, go on ahead and let us know. We'll invite you in here. Megan says she does too. Yeah, I think that would be interesting too, to actually see your faces and interact with you guys too. We want to make this just not a show just about us, just about everybody, because we appreciate you all coming back every Wednesday. This has been a consistent thing going on for the past 2 months now. Hey, my Vivid Life, what's going on? She said she's interested. Absolutely. So I'm gonna go back into the comments and then interact with you all, and then I'm gonna need your contact information, whatever, so I can send you the link so we can make that happen. Okay. All right. Do what you got to do, guys. Promote your business so people could. And y'all, please go check the websites out. Patronize. Okay, patronize, because this is a lot of great information that we pass to you, where other people keep information from you. We still want you to come out to our classes, but the stuff we're talking about is the stuff that gets talked about already, just a different perspective. All right, go, guys. Unless y'all just want to just
so real quick before someone starts promoting, last but not least, instead of lethal weapon, we're using leather weapons. Okay, now go.
Nice.
Leather weapon 1.
That's it.
Revenge of the Belt.
That's it. Damn, it sounds like somebody get their ass whooped.
Right, yeah, I just got a flashback. Hold on.
Hey, but guess what? There's no guns.
JFB instructor Kenny. JFB wants that one-on-one. House of Lamar. I'm out of Illinois. We're all out of Illinois. All of us. Katie, Marquise, Key, John, myself. We're all out of one-on-one. Cat of nine tails. All right, y'all.
Sea of Thieves.
Yep. What? All right, let's go ahead and carry it out.
Oh. All right, John with Guardian Concepts, based in Bourbonnais. We do the basic concealed carry, and we also do advanced training. We also do host medical training certification classes, TECC. So that next one's scheduled for February. Next CCL class is December 11th and 12th. That's actually a holiday special. So if you don't have your CCL and you want to come out, it is $80 for the 16-hour course. We knocked off $45 for the holidays. We are on Facebook, so find us on Facebook, Guardian Concepts LLC, or go to our website, guardian-concept.com. Have a wonderful evening, everyone.
Next.
I usually go last. Well, Q on with Key Enterprise. You can find me on Facebook under Key Enterprise. My link tree is in the bio for other places you can contact me. I'm doing concealed carry and private lessons for the most part, all tailor made to your schedule. So just find me on Facebook and just contact me through there.
KD with Kingdom Devoted Training.
Gee, that's nice.
It's actually one of my umbrella companies for my trucking company, Kingdom Devoted Transit. So I'm in the south suburbs. You could reach me. The number, I think, might put the number up down there. If not, you can reach me on Facebook or 773-991-1649.
And your number will be up on here on the next one. I tried to put it on there, but I was doing it on 2. Not doing it on 2. You know what I mean? All right. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm Marquise again with P6 Firearms Training and Education. I will be doing a instructor course for USCCA instructors on December 4th and 5th. If you're really interested in becoming an instructor, a dedicated, true instructor, come out and see me. I'm doing the certifications that weekend. But again, if you're looking for the cash grab, I apologize. I'm not the person you want to meet because I'm a air your ass out in front of everybody. So don't do that to yourself. If you're true about being an instructor, come on out, come get some. I'm down for it. I do concealed carry courses. I do advanced training. I do close quarter combat training for firearms as well as knife. You know, if you're looking to try to come get some, let me know. Eventually, we're adding covert carry as well as defensive knife training as well to the curriculum.
Hey, on your instructor course, when is that?
December 4th and 5th.
Please, yes. So if you guys are interested in that,
Well, I'm not interested in that, but if you need help on the range, let me know.
Yes, sir.
Hey, John.
I don't have anything that weekend. Yes.
Hey, John. This your number that's down here at the bottom?
Yes.
Directly to you?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm about to call you. I got a question for you.
773-202 Luna.
I'm mad everyone remembers that fucking number because of that commercial.
Yeah.
That was the smartest.
Yeah. MikeBrownsClass.com, MikeBrownsBooks.com, all that great shit. You already know. That's where I'm at. Every Wednesday, I got a class this Saturday, $99. Yeah, that's it. I'm tired. All y'all tired. We got to get something to eat, something to sleep.
Shit, I'm off tomorrow.
Hey, me fucking too. Shit.
I got class in the morning.
That's on you. It's Veterans Day. I'm off.
What kind of class you got tomorrow?
CCL second day.
Not on Veterans Day.
Hey, thanks. Instructor Key, he got my books. Hey, and I got 2 that I just released that I got coming out. I appreciate the love on the books and stuff like that.
They're good books. My daughter loves them.
I'm glad. I appreciate that for real. I had a chance to talk to 2 people, and real instructors change lives. 100%. Everybody you see on this screen, and not even just everybody you see on the screen. There's some other folks that if they had the time to come in or they could come in, they would come in. You know, those instructors who are out there who are curriculum regurgitators, you only know what you know. You better get a mentor, because I'm telling you, you don't know the kind of impact you could be having on somebody's life if you don't know what the fuck you're talking about and you get them killed.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, do me a favor. Add Ron Baisden quote up here, please.
Non-lethal weapon.
No, put it up, bro. Put it up.
Non-lethal weapon. John Flicks.
Average civilized.
I'm done. Peace.
Civilized war.
Love, peace, and hair grease.
Side chick squad.
Key.
Hello.
Key, we gonna have to get you tuned in.
Angela,
right, thanks, man.
Angela and Megan, you all are next. I'm gonna send you all the link for real, so y'all can come on.
And Key, and remember, I want everyone to, please be safe today. Yeah, please be safe all the time. Super vigilant. But just remember too, Key has to get a lace front for his face.
Yeah.
My Cash App will be posted down below. Y'all can fund it. Get Key a beard one day.
And what you want, a 27 piece?
You want it curly or straight?
It'll look weird. It'll look weird straight. I need it curly, bro.
Wet and wavy. Or Kiki twist.
That's a Hawaiian silky.
Yeah, Jeremy Gruner said,
if we can curly.
You all want me to mentor before I get my instructor's license. Yeah, I'm real.
No, we want you to get your instructor license and get mentored.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeremy, if you get an opportunity to sit in on one class, I'd say that you go in, sit in on a class, learn the technique from a student's aspect as to what you want to hear, and then get with that instructor and pick their brain. A lot of us.
There's going to be a good chance if you take Marquise's instructor class.
That's just going to be lit.
He's going to send you to all of our CCL classes and tell you to sit your ass there for 2 days.
That shit's gonna be lit.
I'm telling you now, I've already told you the reason why I have not done an instructor course is because I wanted to build my mentorship list. I want you guys to be around solid instructors after the fact. I don't want you just having a license and saying, yo, I'm an instructor. Nah,
I could get you them papers.
You need to go hang out with these guys and ladies. You know, stop playing. It's not just the fact that you now are an instructor. Be a responsible instructor and be mentored. You don't know what you don't know until you don't know it.
And I'm gonna tell you this: if I was deciding to pack on another instructor cert, I wouldn't. You know what? I had the opportunity to go to the company. I'm not gonna say instructor class. I didn't want to do it because of the person who taught, and I'm not gonna say nothing. But I said if I was gonna get that, I would go to Marquise, because if I'm fucking up, I know Marquise will tell me.
Oh, I don't placate.
So. Oh, for real, because I've been to his class, so I know. If you, you see me on the streets, whatever, instructor Mike, don't get me wrong. I appreciate the, oh my God, I follow you, cools and alls and this.
Right.
But I'm humble like a motherfucker. If I'm fucking up, you got to tell me, but you got to teach me too. Tell me, teach me, so I don't do it again. Because that will let me know you ain't a hater. You just not somebody's just talking shit. Somebody who's not a hater, somebody's going to teach you after they telling you fucking up. You know what I'm saying? If you can't tell me that shit, nah, man, I ain't got time for that. I don't have time.
And that's one of the things I can 100% vouch to for basically everybody up here. If they see me doing something I want, like even if I posted something that would be considered too controversial, I get a call from Mike or Marquise and they'll be like, "What was this about? What was this about?
Context.
Take that down.
Yeah,
take that down.
Yeah. Accountability squad.
Yep.
Rubber balls.
I'm gone. Bye.
Hey, that's a new name for Spaceballs.
Rubber balls.
Hold on. I got this. I'm not saying that just to be saying that.
Spaceballs had phaser guns.
I got a non-lethal tool, and they got them on sale at Eagle. It's this T4E rubber ball 50 caliber 10 shot. Don't sleep on this shit.
Oh, my baby.
Shit. Hello. Nah, you ain't gonna go to the hospital. You know what?
No. What I'm saying is,
hello.
If they still got it at Eagle, they sell it like pepper balls, but the rubber balls, I got some boxes over there where it's like, this shit hurts.
Yeah. We play with them.
No joke. It's CO2 powered. This is no joke for real. As a non-lethal option. Nah, man, this ain't no joke.
It felt like an overgas, like somebody ran some overgassed an overgassed BB at you. That's what it felt like, but wider. Yeah. It hurts.
This is and in the pepper balls, I don't want to try them because I'm just saying.
I wouldn't advise.
Yeah. All right, y'all. I hear a baby in the background, so it sounds like
my baby up.
That's it. I don't do the daddy thing.
That's because Key don't understand how the Lion King works. You play the Lion King music opening theme, and then you hit your kid with a tranquilizer dart.
Right.
I didn't spend the same amount of time in Nam like you did, man. I'm sorry. I don't know anything about that.
Shit. Your kid wake up to us on Wakanda forever. Stop. That's wrong.
Hey.
Say hey. She's wrecking stuff.
Okay. That's it.
Okay, yeah.
Hey, family matters, man, for real.
Yeah.
See, that's full heart melt now. Now we got to be like civilized.
She can't.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Now I got to be civilized for 13 seconds.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We out of here.
All right, y'all.
Be safe. Go get some sleep. Read to that baby.
Yeah, it's that time.
Yeah, that's it. Yep. Oh, I gotta get you the second. Hold on. I gotta get you this one. This is the second impatience. I just got her in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because you just showed the other one, impatient patience. This the second one. Yep, you got the first one.
Yeah. Just trust them. You got the first one.
About the first one. So this the second one right here. Yeah, she's out. So yeah, man. All right.
Well, we got another book to read, love. All right.
That's it.
See you guys.
So,
good to see you. Good to talk with you.
So she teach you how to sound out the words? Is that what's going on?
Hell
yes. I never knew how to read until she started pulling those books out to me, and I sleep so much better.
You read like Mayweather?
Yeah, Megan.
Yeah.
I do have books. If you go to MikeBrownsBooks.com, yeah. Matter of fact, this is about the ones that you saw, and then here's a wait. I got you saw this right. I gotta hide that one because of that word that's on there. Here, these are all the other books that I got. So I'm the author of about 25 books now. So it's this one, self-protection, talent. It's a bunch of them, and they all won awards and stuff like that. So yeah, I actually have. Oh yeah, I got a lot of books. I got about 25 now. I got a catalog now. So yeah,
and they're good. They're good books. They really are.
Yeah.
So,
hold on. What? Hold on. Let's watch. We watching John. Look.
Hey.
Hold on.
What's funny?
Go ahead.
Hey, no. Watching John, right? You know what he looks like when he's on the phone right now?
Yeah.
Remember back in the day?
Yes.
Chat rooms.
Yeah.
Like, hold on. Like, so
for a good time, call 1-900-JOHN. You'll have a great time. Tactical operators waiting for you. Hold on. Pick up the phone. Hold on.
Are you
look here, little baby.
So
God damn.
You're calling me for a good time? I call you for a good time. You call me now.
you can get some special training.
Oh my God!
See, that's what John. Hey, that's what John meant by advanced training. I can call you day or night.
I'll say that about KD.
Look, someone is always waiting on you on the other line. Call 1-800-ROBBER. He's waiting on your call now.
We don't play with real.
You motherfuckers are stupid.
We play with
Hold on. And here go the male voice for the first minute, $9.99. Every other minute, oh my God.
Para español.
Para español, un libro dos. Ahora. Let me.
John gives it to you in 2 languages.
Oh my.
Hola. Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Having such a hard time.
Your firearms aren't doing what you want them to do.
Oh shit.
You like them to do what you're thinking.
What rhymes with Glock? Let me get out of here, y'all. Let's go. Come back next Wednesday, y'all. For 4 payments of $49. That should have get off you. That should have get you off the phone. That's just too much.
Nah, if for $49 for 5 minutes, boy, it better be a lot that happens in them 5 minutes.
I'm telling you.
Hey, look, it's John we talking about here. You get that bad.
I want to be dehydrated in 5 minutes.
It better.
This beard is worth $49.99.
Do you need someone to re-rack your slide? Bye. We gotta go. Y'all come back next weekend.
Do you need someone to tap and rack?
Tap, rack. Hold on. Tap, rack.
Yeah. You need someone to tap, rack, and bang.
Ho! Bye, y'all. See you next Wednesday.